About what?
Or is it on here?
Not that no.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Yeah. Welcome to the number one show that you will hear anywhere in this country or any other continent in the world. Hey, I give it some love. You're listening to Out of the Blue, starring Blue Mitchell,
I can't hear that one.
Maria,
Hey,
I can hear it,
it's your girl, Maria.
and your boy Danny Green.
I hear the music, but I don't hear me.
Out of the blue, y'all. Where anything might come out of our mouths, out of the blue.
Hello.
A good opinion is everything.
Nothing.
Maria,
It's Maria.
and your boy Danny Green. This show will contain anything you may think you might not hear.
You know when you can't get back?
They said they can't hear themselves.
Which means it's out of the blue.
Maria.
We'll say something that you may not even think we may not be thinking about.
Are you for
It's
real?
up there.
Whatever you just did is starting to go up.
I can't find it on my YouTube. That's why the show is called Out of the Blue.
Hello.
Okay. I can hear a little something now.
Yeah, I hear me.
Little
Can you hear me,
something.
Dave?
I can hear everybody. Okay, there I go.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I can hear
I got
everybody.
you, dog. I got you, dog. Here we go.
Appreciate it.
We on, everybody.
Yeah. This is Blue Mitchell, and you are here with Out of the Blue Radio Show. My name is Blue Mitchell, and I'm here with my counterparts, Maria,
Hey, Blue.
Big Dave,
Yes, sir.
D Green,
D Green.
and the Honorable Nick Shabazz.
Bye.
Shalom to the people.
Shalom.
Sir.
Shalom.
Man, how y'all been, man? How's y'all week been going, man?
My week has been great.
Your week has been great?
Yeah, I'm alive.
What's been so great about your week?
Well, outside of being alive, Rona, and Rona free.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that bitch. Damn. My results didn't come back yet, damn it. Give me a shot.
Okay, right on.
As of right now, I'm good, okay?
Okay.
But no, man, just been working a lot. I still work with the kids.
Okay.
So I've been blessed to be able to have a job and have an income.
Okay.
And then my workout show has been
ain't
going
caught a
great.
case yet, huh?
Nah, I ain't got a case yet. Yeah, yep. Damn.
Man, kids will make you catch a case.
Man,
I
you
ain't
know
be
it's
lying.
coming.
They sleep, man, when I get there.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
No doubt. Ain't no doubt.
I don't have a chance, right? How about that?
Is that before or after you lay hands on?
Lord Jesus, help them.
Wake up, Junior.
Yeah, and but what's really been going well, man, is my workout show, my quarantine execution of boxing workout show. We've been working out a lot,
Your
hard.
beard looks stronger.
Man, my beard is strong, baby. It might be wrong. But it damn is strong. My beard has not been shaved, combed in 5 weeks.
What point you trying to prove?
I want to see how ugly I can get.
Oh, too late.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
No, my
Damn,
bad.
shots fired.
My bad. I ain't
Damn,
shooting shots. I ain't shooting shots.
And
Bull.
is it a duck? Nope, it's a beard.
Okay.
But I'm actually really feeling good in shape. I'm up to 125 push-ups during the session, and we're up to 300.
Straight? 125 straight?
No, we
oh,
do.
You doing them in parts?
We're doing 50 and 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we got and 'cause we got a crew, so everybody's
Right.
people, and then we're up to 300. Today we did 350 ab exercises.
Oh.
So everybody's getting in shape. People really loving it, man. So I'm having a good time, man.
You got a six-pack?
Yeah, right in the car. You want to go ahead? What you want?
Hilarious.
It's a Heineken.
Ain't like I'm looking at your stomach. I just asked.
Look, well, we see yours.
Yeah, no, you know what
It's on
I'm saying?
Facebook Live.
Mine's an 8-pack.
Yes. Excuse me,
Is
Maria
it on
Marie?
Facebook Live?
Yes, it is. I do Facebook Live 4 days out the week. I go Monday and Tuesday, and then we go Thursday and Friday. And then Wednesday is my walk day. So we walk, take people to the park, walk. And then I also have a weight fest. So, man, it's
Like real-time walk park? What park? Parks
yeah.
are closed.
Yeah, I go to, no. Yeah, they should be closed, but they're not. Van Nuys Park is open. I wear a mask. I can show you guys a picture later. I wear a mask, 2 masks. This mask here, and then my workout mask, the little.
Right.
Man, but at that park, it be people in there working out, running their dogs like it ain't nothing cracking.
I ain't gonna lie. I wear my mask, but I can't breathe in. Can you breathe in yours?
No.
Oh, I can breathe in mine.
I mean, man, you could breathe in it,
I was
but you.
wearing mine when I was doing my walking and running, but it was killing me.
It's like you.
So I would
It's,
take breaks and take it off.
it's like you did the carbon monoxide that you're pushing out just kind of like swallows you up a little bit.
What makes it hotter because you're breathing in the mask.
My God.
And what makes it hot for you, Blue, is that breath is not on point sometimes.
Ain't no doubt about that. Ain't no doubt about that.
Dan, I just have one. Can I ask you a question?
Oh,
Lord Jesus, what did I do? I've been on best behavior today
we
with
only
you.
been here 2 seconds.
Not really,
Oh.
but why do you have on that hot ass scarf?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got
He's
this.
from Philly. He's still
I got
trying to
this.
remember.
I am too, and it's hot today.
I got this separation anxiety thing. Like you remember Linus with the. Something. Man,
You one of them people that be leaving shit. You leave stuff all the
I
time.
actually do.
He takes stuff off and then be like,
But
I think
I
I
just
left
have
it
a
at that.
separation anxiety thing, so I just something about the scarf.
yeah, no doubt
Okay,
about that.
because it's really hot out today.
Yeah.
Is he making you hot?
Am I making you hot?
Yes, by
then
looking at the
then
scarf.
maybe you should take some more clothes off. Because I'm good.
No.
Okay, there you go. Take the shade out.
Dave, how was your weekend?
Well, my week just got better hanging out with y'all knuckleheads, but yeah,
Hey, man, this is a way to get out the house. Ain't no
Yeah.
sense me lying to everybody telling the truth.
okay. Everybody needs
He
that.
knew. See, Blue knew this was gonna happen. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna get away from my wife. So we're gonna start the show." I'm
Oh,
like,
no,
"Yeah,
man. Hey, look, I like being with my wife. Me and my wife is tight. Dick Hat Man.
Week's been good.
What
bro.
did you do, Maria?
Week's been
I
good.
know you got the fam with you, so how's that been?
Yeah, congratulations on your family being here.
Thank you. Lots of hide and seek and Uno.
Oh, hilarious.
You live in a one-bedroom apartment. Where y'all going?
I
Wow.
hate you. I'm not in one bedroom.
You know, she hide and seek. Like I see you in the corner.
No, real
You
talk.
can't
actually,
keep hiding in the bathroom.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. I smell you.
Yeah, no, my place is not that big, and I'm like, yeah, there are only so many places we can hide. But my 5-year-old's like, yeah, let's play again.
I mean, unless you got a west wing, even in the house, you can't hide that much.
No, I still pick spots, and he can't find me. Then he gets mad, and I'm like, okay, game over.
Wow.
No, but that's my day to day.
I forgot. That's right. You do have a young one at home,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to play high. Oh my God.
Well, that's the only reason why she playing.
I know you-
Seek. You can't. You don't play.
I know you-
don't play. I mean, you play hide and go get it, but that's with a grown person.
Yeah. Shoot. That's if you're in love with him.
I mean, I wasn't grown when I first started.
Hey, so let me ask you this: how is it being? Because we've talked about the domestic violence thing kind of being up. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But-
where is going?
Yeah, it's big. No.
No, I got you.
It's positive.
Oh, the domestic violence
Yeah.
because they've been around each
Right,
other so
right,
much.
right.
Yeah,
so,
go
so
ahead.
I'm going to say from a mother's point of view, how is it when you have your child there and you got to try to keep them busy through the day? I mean, you got them 24/7. Like, what are you outside of hide and go seek? What else are you doing and how are you like? How is it? Is
Thank
it
God
stressful?
for games and
Well, thank God my kids are
Phones.
independent.
yeah.
Right, yeah, so
that's number one.
My teenager is a typical teenager. She likes to be by herself, and
Okay.
she's got school, so she's doing remote schooling.
And on the phone.
Yeah, she doesn't. Oh, yeah, they text. That's
Thank
all they
God
do,
with
right.
long distance is free now.
Yes.
Man, we used to have a fat bill growing up. Because
Okay.
long distance just meant in the next county. It didn't even used
Yeah,
to
that's
mean
crazy.
calling a different city.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
Call
between
me after
school,
7.
yeah, between school and playing hide and seek and whatever game we can do. So I was at the store today. Where did I go? Walmart, trying to figure out find some new games for him because I'm tired of hide and seek and whatever other board games we've been playing.
Man, I've been doing
Jenga.
matching games with
Oh.
my daughter. Matching games, and
Oh
I'm
God!
telling
You know, I gotta tell you,
Which one?
maybe I'll pick it up for her. Charades. They have a charades for kids.
oh, really?
Specifically for kids. It's the best ever.
Yeah,
He has so much fun with that today, and I had more fun watching him.
Right.
And he actually was looking at the card and he was acting it out like whatever the picture was. It was really good, but it's specifically for their age. So it's a picture, and then it's like words. So if you are playing, you roll the dice and you do the words. But
Okay.
for him who can't read them, if the child can't read, they do the picture, and it's pretty cool. So he has to look at the picture and figure out how to get me to guess it, and it was kind of cool to watch him figure it out.
That's
That
got
was
to
fun.
be hilarious.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was so much fun. He was like,
We do the
he
memory
had a couple
games.
things that were off.
We
yeah.
do the memory games, and age does matter with memory.
Yeah.
My daughter can remember something that was turned over 30 minutes ago. It might have just got turned over, and I forgot where it was. Oh, man.
I know one thing though. If I had a kid, I don't know. My kid might become an alcoholic because I don't know if I could be in there all day with him running around. But like, yo, here's some Hennessy, nigga. Just sit in the corner and drink and fall asleep.
You just be working out all the time.
Yeah.
That's all. You just be working out all the time.
No, I think it depends on your
mobile.
kids. Now, my two, I constantly have to remind my 13-year-old that she's 13 and he's 5. Because she'll just, agitate. And I'm like, that's going to make him act a fool. And then I got to hear you two screaming and arguing for 5 minutes.
And what do you have to remind him? You said you had to remind her that she's 13.
Well, because she'll go down to his level. And I'm like, he's 5. Sometimes he just doesn't know. Like, you got to just give in and say whatever, do whatever. He doesn't know any better.
That's hilarious.
Especially sometimes some of the rules. I'm like, it's fine. Like, Uno, let him win sometimes. She'll be like, no, I have to win. Like, you're 13. You had your chance.
Exactly. She's establishing the pecking order.
Yeah, she's letting them know when you get older, I'm still running shit around the house.
That's right.
But here you go trying to be fair.
Isn't that what
you know
all
what I
women
mean?
do?
You have to.
Huh?
If not, then he catches a fit. I'd rather you win a couple games than you catch a fit.
Oh, my daughter's a poor loser.
Yeah, so's my
Poor
my son.
loser. Damn near close to her daddy. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, I was going to say that
everybody
definitely runs on the
No, I
family.
had to catch it for days.
And if he loses, somebody cheated. I'm like, how they cheat just because you didn't win that round?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. I had my godson over to the house one time.
Oh, okay.
He was
Just one time?
Yeah.
How old
What a
is
great
Exactly.
godfather.
He was,
Once was
yeah.
enough.
He was 3. I think he was 3 years old.
You won't
4
win
years
that
old.
award.
Time,
Not
God
today.
damn it, one
I
time.
held. She's like, take care of him. So y'all can get close. I'm like, all right, come on.
What's his name?
Osani.
No, that's
Osir.
that's what you said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, this little motherfucker came over to the house.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, that's what it is now. And this motherfucker ripped my house to pieces. I said, all this shit gotta be on the floor? What the fuck is wrong? And then on top of that,
Oh, that's driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
But-
Every 20, 30, I'm like, yo, I feel like that's all I'm doing is picking
I'ma-
up and cleaning up.
I'm gonna tell you what the closer was. The closer was me
Mm-hmm.
with him to her.
Right.
Cause see, you gotta remember, I'm an adult. I don't have kids, so I eat like once a day and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know he gotta eat 2 or 3 times. This nigga, she came
And
and got him.
snacks in between.
She came and got him, and he looked back like, nigga, I ain't coming back. Don't worry about it.
Let me ask a question. What you doing with 2 phones? What you playing, Battleship?
Nah, nigga, come on, man. You all in my business, man. Yo, man. Hey, Nick, what's up
Oh,
with
I
him?
got 2 phones. I ain't
Don't
even
he
know
know
you got
street
2
code?
phones.
Don't he know
He
street
got 2
code?
phones.
Hey, look, I tried to leave you alone today.
Yeah,
I didn't say
yeah,
nothing about
yeah.
your beanie or nothing. Nigga, I let everything go.
Hey, man, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Street code, man. You know you don't be talking about nobody money, man.
Yeah,
Bro.
I just saw 2 phones. You
I
know
know
what I'm
you
saying?
did, but they ain't mine. Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
they're in front of you.
Yeah.
Possession is
Since
what?
we talking loud and all of this, why can't I see? I can't find us on the computer.
I just sent you the link right now.
Yeah.
Oh, on my phone?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, by the way,
User
Nick,
error.
we were having
about
last
to
week's
get stabbed.
show
User error.
You about to get stabbed.
was
in your back.
frozen
Yeah, I just
from
yeah.
the show. Like it still had the comment. I mean, not comment. It still had the chat room completely fully in there.
Yeah, I just seen that. I had to send YouTube a nice little email.
Oh, okay, a week later.
No, I had to send it. I had to come in the next day. We did the Freaky
Oh,
Friday show,
Okay.
so I seen it the next day.
We're a little loud, man. Shoot. When you said I got to come in, man, blew my ear open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just turn me down a little
The
Thank
bit.
you.
hair ain't growing in your ears too?
My hair? What hair? Hey, man, let me
In
tell you
your
something.
ears?
Let me tell you something right
Hey,
now,
look.
man. I ain't taking this hat off. Snatch the hat, we boxing.
Look, I'm not a hairy person, but I used to be like, Dad, why can't I get a mustache? Like, don't worry about it, son. When you get to be my age, you're going to go hair in places you don't even want it.
Yeah.
And he said, now get them scissors and cut the hair out of my ears. I said,
I pull my hair out, man. I pull them because if you cut them, man, then you know they just get thicker.
oh, no.
There's nothing attractive.
Oh, so
about
you
that
actually
right
have
now.
hair
Thank
in
you.
your ears?
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought
When
you
I have
said-
when I have like a little strand or
Right.
something, I just pop them out. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I mean, that's how I shave.
Maria, don't act like you ain't got no hair in your face.
Women have more hair,
I
grow
do,
more
but
hair
I'm-
than women do.
I'm
I mean,
not-
men do.
I'm not.
A lot of you women-
Right now, explaining how I removed the hair.
How do you
off my face.
How do you get it off your chin? How do you get that hair?
I just said to you, I'm not.
That
explaining
brother-
how
okay,
I
my
get it
fault.
off my face.
To me,
Get anything
State
hey,
done.
y'all,
Two,
I
refer
will
to
not lie.
statement
I will
one.
not lie. That to me is the most. I apologize, women, because I know it's life. But when I see a woman with hair on her chin, it's and you know how they got the little ones,
No.
and it.
Only you,
Nah.
bro.
He said,
This
"Do
is
you
your
know
story.
how they have
No.
the little ones?"
You know you got low.
This is
Nah,
your
you
story
see it.
and your story
Yeah.
alone.
Hey, let me
Nah.
tell you. But what tell you what's crazy about it? I saw this chick, and you know, you looking at her from side, like you talking, and you saw the hair hanging. And it's just like this conversation.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask anything.
If your woman has the little ones, I guess. Are you,
Is that a bitch?
said
Now
it.
this-
Hey,
now-
you named
hey,
it.
Now this motherfucker want to act like he paying attention all of a sudden.
are you plucking them out for, or you
Man, I ain't
just, are
plucking
you just
shit.
making fun of them?
No, I ain't plucking nothing. No, I'm plucking it out my ride. You got to go.
Wait. Have y'all seen that commercial where the woman goes in the shower? It's a new. Well, I am on streaming, but the woman goes in the shower.
Wait a minute, what?
She uses
it's a
her
commercial?
man's
That's a
razor.
commercial?
Yeah.
Oh,
use
okay,
a man
sorry.
razor, and so women have longer hair. She uses his razor, puts it back. He goes to shave his face. It's got whiskers coming all out of it. He like, what the? It was straight nasty. I mean, straight nasty. Ain't no sense me lying to everybody telling the truth. It was straight nasty.
I don't even want to see that commercial.
Yeah. I don't grow hair. I remember women used to ask me, do you shave your legs? Hell no, I don't shave my legs.
Women used to ask me that too. If I shave my, I got the smoothest legs. They love. I don't know where. I can't grow no hair.
And I think we
Next
have a call.
conversation,
Wait. So when we talk about
ladies and gentlemen,
Well, I'm
Danny
going-
is, they call him smooth leg Dan.
smooth leg, Dan. No hair. I have no hair till I get to my butt.
Wow.
Now that's terrible.
Okay.
Is it the tail?
Well, nah, ain't it tell? But hey, women be having hairy legs too. Shoot, y'all women.
No,
be,
women have more hair than men. That's
Okay, so
just,
now
just
you-
naturally.
Wow.
Just naturally. So, funny,
I ain't got it.
great segue.
Yeah, your segue.
Moving on.
Moving on from my legs.
So now have y'all been watching this Atlanta situation?
Atlanta or which what?
Well, it's really Georgia.
Yeah,
but
Georgia
I was
situation.
gonna say
Atlanta,
Georgia.
Atlanta is the one that's speaking out the most
Yes,
about the governor saying, "Hey, I'm about to open it back up on Friday."
man.
Now you know in Florida, just because there was a mention that it might be opened up back this week, last week, the governor of Florida opened up the beaches on Thursday.
It's crazy.
Like, and I got a boy that lives in Orlando, Florida, and he works across the street from the beach. He said Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look like COVID what? He said it was so packed with people out there on the beach, in the water. I mean, just riding the bike. It was like it didn't exist.
Was it mostly white people?
Well, Florida, it's gonna be international. You know,
Yeah.
Florida gonna be. Orlando it was a mixture.
Yeah, I cannot lie to you, man. I can't. I'm just so mad when I keep seeing this. This is such selfishness, laziness, and people can't be patient. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got people like it's really like our country is really acting like people that they're protesting stuff. They're acting like nobody died in New York. They act like nobody even died.
You don't have to
Well,
go to New
people
York.
die everywhere.
They don't have to say New York. They act like nobody died.
I'm making a point because New York is
Nobody
60%
died
of-
in their state.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, right. Exactly. No, I mean it's just how can you not be patient? I called one of my boys up in jail. Like he was like, not call him up, but he hit me up.
I was about to say,
I can't call
calling
him up.
people in
Well,
jail.
they do got phones
They
now.
got phones.
Now they got phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like, yo, man, these niggas can't even do 3 months. Nigga, I'm in here 15 years. I'm like, yeah. They get an hour a day. And people can't do, we can't do 3 or 4 months of our lives of just staying in the house and getting things under control.
You know what? This is the understanding and the respect of what real freedom is. What true freedom is.
Yeah.
You think you're free, but you're not really free.
No, you're not.
But you get an understanding of when somebody takes something away from you, how it truly feels. Now, we just have to stay in the house. If you had to stay when the cells have lockdowns and you got to stay in your cell,
Yeah. Bro, you don't get no time.
or you go to the hole, which means you have no light, no conversation.
Right.
And only 1 hour out of the day.
Hey,
Well,
you know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
watching a documentary about
Okay.
that, and they were, I think it's a college that they're doing in some of the prisons, and they were saying that it's not lockdown, but I guess every so many hours
Right.
they're required to go back to their cell, regardless of what's going on, what they're doing. I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that. So
Yeah.
all throughout the day, there's this random. They all have, regardless
They
of what's
got
happening. Have to go back.
first of all they got to do that because you know prison is if not it's going to be like it's a country club like they got to be able to have
I mean, it sort of is already.
Well, no,
Oh, is
there
it?
are
Some
prisons
degree.
that are country
What
club.
country?
but
What prison are you
not-
talking about?
Not
'Cause-
state prisons.
Yeah, state, feds. Feds
Feds
is
is country club, but
yeah.
state prisons, yeah.
Yeah.
mm-mm.
I got partners in state. That
It's-
ain't no country club.
It's like the jungle because every day you watch it. You don't.
So is it
You
for
watch
their
it for your
safety
life.
to have them go back every?
It
I don't
really
know
is
how
for
often.
your
They didn't say
safety,
how often
because
it
if
is.
you in your room, you got less chance of something happening to you out in population. You have all this testosterone that is being measured out
Every time you out.
every time you out.
You gotta remember, it's dudes. Well, not that you gotta remember, but it's dudes in there that know they ain't getting out. So for them to
Men
start a
and
fight,
women. There's-
Yeah,
both
men and women.
well, yeah, but we're talking
Yeah.
about men
Yes.
prison. But
Why
some
we
people
just
join.
talking about men prisons though?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted to be
The
part of.
documentary I
Yeah.
saw covered men and women.
I'm sorry,
prisons.
I didn't know you wanted to be a part of the criminal element. Excuse me.
No, she just want to let you know that women do time too.
Yeah, but I was trying to go ahead and be, respectable to these women, and so I just like. But since you want to bring them
Hey,
in,
look, man.
yeah.
Some of the women in jail will can hurt a man.
Oh yeah,
Can cut him from one side to the other side.
yeah.
Quick.
But let me say this.
What?
Back to what we're talking about, because I thought Maria would bring us back, but she's into the prison situation
Go
right
ahead.
now. I believe that our country is totally being selfish, we're being inconsiderate, and I think for people to be able to, I
Parts
almost
of our
want to,
country, not all of them.
but a lot of us, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And as black people, we should be, and it's not a race thing, but it's a race thing in terms of we used to getting stuff taken away. We used to getting our, being in certain situations. Why are we tripping? Did you see the picture from when they showed it on the internet?
Right.
Of the women outside the nail salon? Did you see that one yet? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Outside a closed nail salon?
Outside of
In
nail
some,
salon.
in some places,
They're open.
Are they open?
Yes.
Yeah, some
Where?
places.
It-
Like even in.
you listen
Oh,
to
I
the
haven't
show?
seen that. When,
I think-
It's in
well,
Georgia. In Georgia,
Yeah.
they open up barbershops, nail salons.
what, already?
Okay, is she listening to the show or what the?
No,
that's
I
what-
thought that stuff was supposed to start this Friday.
No, it's already.
No, it's supposed to start this Friday, but some places in Georgia. See, when they say Georgia, it's huge.
It's a county. Well, I'm sorry, so some counties already open.
It's governor, then it's mayor. So mayor can say, "Hey, okay, we good."
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
places
no.
they
See,
roll
I
it.
thought everything was officially Friday except for the beaches that they opened last week.
No.
Oh, I didn't realize
No,
that. Some
they
things
showed
are
a picture. They got about 30 women outside the nail salon.
Jermaine
Waiting to
Dupree
get
said,
into the
"Don't
nail
don't
salon?
fall for it."
Yo, I'm done. I'm like, it'll be a while. before I
Jermaine
go to
Dupree is
the
like,
nail
"Do not
salon."
fall for it, please.
No.
Don't
It's-
go out there."
So, first of all, you got to understand that the country is going to do that because they're not going to give out all this money and want people to sit up on the cash. That's really what it's about. It's about spending that money back in the economy. The problem with what you just said is we as a people, the minute our pockets get that cash, it's hot. We want to buy anything, everything.
But
And we should-
Well,
the
beyond
reality,
spending
yeah.
the money, it's just not safe yet. We don't have enough answers.
We should
to
be
know
spending the
how
money
to
on
be
things
fully
that you
protected.
need.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
well,
what I'm saying.
But people are as long as they're at home. See, you got
Well-
a different mindset
Well, I
when
was
you're on
about
the
to say,
computer
well, and then we don't
than
know.
when it's tangible. You know what I mean? It's just a different mind. Well,
Well, and you
I
just
need
can't
this, I
assume
don't need
because they
that.
went to the nail salon that they can't afford to go to the nail salon. Everyone
it has
hasn't
nothing to
lost
do
their
about
jobs.
No,
It has nothing to do with being afforded. It's just if you used to it,
Well,
if
you
this
just
is
said
what
they
you
should
used
be
to it.
spending their money on other stuff.
No,
Oh no, he was talking
I
about
did not.
another situation.
I did not. I
What
said
did
they
you
should be
say?
they should be spending money on things that they need.
Yeah.
That's what I said. My specific words was what
He
that
switched
they need.
conversation.
not
One was
something
about the
else,
money
but what
that
they
they're
need.
getting.
Okay.
Right.
So, okay.
Okay, I said, let me go ahead and clarify so she can catch up. Is there a yellow bus outside that we don't know about
I
tonight?
heard you just used
Yeah,
one
'cause-
word different
well, no,
than I did. It
well,
meant the same thing.
Well, whatever. It didn't mean the same thing.
It did, but
It did.
okay.
Okay. I was trying to be nice. I was on a good. Suma. Okay.
Now,
What?
hold on. since we there, let's go with the other places that want to open up.
What?
Texas.
Texas.
Well, you know Texas. No
Texas want to open up too.
Hey man, the white boys ain't gonna be down there not being able to go hunting and
They want
and
to
get
open
food.
up. They want to double down on it.
Wow.
And open up all through Texas. So, like, hey, man. The one thing about LA, you ain't got to worry about it. California, period. Man, we going to stay in the house.
Right. He was like,
Until-
on a date.
Not
right?
everywhere,
No,
not
no,
everywhere.
No,
Not everywhere.
necessarily.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
What?
Ventura County talking about trying to open up early.
Oh no,
Like,
actually
what's
Ventura.
early? When? Next week?
The golf courses are opening
before
up.
May 15th.
The golf courses are already opening up.
I ain't seen no golf course.
Ventura County
They
is
are.
kind of spread it out, though.
Okay, but what about Huntington Beach? Because you saw that's when they were down there
in
protesting.
Manhattan Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were talking
Yeah.
about gyms opening up.
That should be the last.
Yeah,
business
ain't
that
nobody
they
going to
open.
the.
Hey, look,
Calm
because
down.
if they wait a couple more weeks, they all going
Nick,
bankrupt.
first of all,
anyway.
ain't nobody going to the gym anyway.
I hear what you guys are saying, but keep in mind, people still have to make a living.
They
right?
still have to make a living.
Yeah.
And just because we stay in the house doesn't mean this is going to go away.
No, it's not going
Yeah.
away.
So,
So-
being scared is not going to. I just feel like being scared is not going to fix the
No,
problem.
I don't think
Don't
being
be
scared
scared.
is.
Start
No,
the coffee.
I don't think you should be scared. And I tell people people online a lot, live your life. But I do believe that you should be smart. And I believe if living 3 or 4 months of your life, being restricted of going out, that can help us save millions of lives and get back to normal. What's the problem?
Okay, the problem is
Yeah.
if that 3 or 4 months directly affects your income.
Yeah.
What can you do though? It's
You can go back to work.
You go back to work.
I mean, there's always been health issues around this world, and people work through it every day.
right,
People have terminal cancer, all kind of issues,
Yeah.
and they have to go to work.
right.
So
I'm not saying things shouldn't be open. I think certain places, specifically a gym that would be a hot spot for
Yeah.
spreading
Petri
a
dish?
virus
Ain't nothing but a petri
makes
dish.
no sense to me. That should be the last item on the list.
Let me
to
say
open.
something, man. Gyms should be shut. First of all, most people you can look, they ain't going to the gym anyway. To the gym, they go in there to socialize and see who they can see and whatever. I've been to some of these gyms. Some of these people ain't working out, so don't make that an excuse all
Well,
of a
there are
sudden.
more people that work out. Than
There's more
those
people that
don't.
don't. But yeah, I mean,
What
that
if
do.
your profession is a professional trainer?
Yeah,
You
what if
need
that's
to
your
figure out a
dollar?
way to do
Or
it
a health
outside of the
coach.
gym.
Do it
Do it
You
the way you
can
do
still
it.
that outside
Do it
of
from the house.
gym.
Do it from the house, like I do.
Yeah, but check this out. Some professional gym people make $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
To bring it down to your phone situation, that's a donation of 20, 30,
Right.
40. Like
First of all,
that's not their career anymore.
First of all, Blue, I don't like you telling my business to the world.
I wouldn't even think about you.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Because I know you got a 9 to 5. You know.
And I keep the paper
Yeah,
rolling.
you know,
I've always done that.
you doing it for the people,
Yeah.
more or less.
That's
than
true.
just-
That's
yeah,
true.
you doing it
But
for
you
the
know
people.
what? You're absolutely right. But here's the thing: it's not that you don't want anybody to make a living. I don't think anybody's thinking that, and I know I don't feel that way. My whole thing about it is we don't really have a real control, and even not a control, but
Right.
understanding of where this virus is, how we can keep it contained.
Right.
That's
So-
why we're hiding from it. Because
Right.
we don't understand how it
And
fully
that's
moves.
and that's the only reason, Dave, I feel like we shouldn't be open yet until we can say, okay, you know what's happening? During this part of the country, we notice, okay, it's going down, but it's up here, whatever. We have enough it's funny, we can put a satellite up in the moon and see a dime on Crenshaw.
But
You know what I
can't
mean?
figure out this
They
virus.
can't
So, Dave, do you feel
Well-
like we should continue hiding or no?
I don't think it's hiding. I don't like that word.
No,
Well,
no,
I mean, but
but
that's
it-
what
but
you
it is-
just
but it
said.
is hiding.
Okay.
Whatever
It
term
is,
you want to use,
because
do you
we
feel like
don't
we should
know
still
how
be
it
taking
fully moves.
precautions
We
or not?
can't control it. So
Okay.
the only thing we can do is keep ourselves away from anything that may invite it in.
Yeah.
That's essentially hiding.
So what do you think?
Hey, hold on.
Well,
What?
I have one more question for Danny.
Yeah, what's up,
Would
brother?
you still feel this way if you weren't working?
That's a great
I was
question.
just about to say
No,
the
no.
conversation is totally different from
No.
those who can still work versus those who have not been working.
Okay, you want me to finish?
I do. I'm just saying.
Okay, because I've been very honest with this, with people. And I have told people that my attitude in terms of how I'm living right now, about being even the company of you guys and at home, I know I wouldn't have that attitude. My spirits would be down. But it doesn't mean that I wouldn't be able to survive because we get unemployment and things like that. You know what I mean? My whole thing about this working is it's not about, I'm not trying to be selfish, saying someone else can't work. What I'm trying to say is about saving lives. But if it comes down to where you feel like you got to go ahead and work to provide for your family, then so it be. Because you got to remember, when this whole thing happened, I was like everybody else. I didn't know if they was going to keep us. You know what I mean? I didn't know what was going on. And then it was like, wait a minute, hey, these kids can't go home. These kids don't have a place to go. Somebody's got to watch these kids. But we go and test these kids all the time, the temperatures and our own while we're going in there. So that's a great question. And not to be selfish or anything like that, I tell people all the time, if I did not, I know my attitude would be different because I know how I am about my paper. But at the same time, I also care for people's lives more than I care how much money I'm bringing in.
Now, when you say your attitude would be different, meaning you would be pushing for us to go back to work?
No,
or
I
you'd
just
be
would
like,
have a
no,
poor
no.
attitude.
No, I was just my attitude.
He'd have a poor attitude.
Yeah, but I would be stressed. I wouldn't be pushing for work.
Highlighting poor.
I've been unemployed before, and I lived off of unemployment and paid the rent and everything. So that's not, you know, I understand that some.
Okay.
Let me finish because they asked the question. I understand that some people have other mouths to feed. You got to remember, I'm also looking at. I'm a single man, so if I don't eat at the crib, I'm the only one that ain't mad about not eating at the crib. So I understand if you have children and you got a family, you're thinking more about them. So my position and my situation is much different because if my rent ain't paid on time, I've been here for a while. My landlord know Green's going to get it paid. So if I got to wait 2 unemployment checks to get it paid, I'm going to get it paid. If I got to buy ramen noodles to eat, I'm going to do that. You got children. Other people have kids, so did not.
So if you believe what you're just saying, then how are they being selfish if they're looking out for their family?
Others' priorities first.
If you remember, I didn't say about going to work was being selfish. I said about going out with being selfish. That's what I said. I never said nothing about somebody trying to make their paper.
Okay.
I'm saying that it's okay.
What if your paper's always been on the street?
Blue, it's just like what we're doing right here. Now, you know when this first happened, I talked to you one-on-one. I'm like, Blue, I ain't comfortable coming in. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I already spit when I talk. Nigga, I don't know what's coming from you. You know what I'm saying? I can get everybody sick in one conversation. You know what I mean?
I got you, dog.
So I told you that, right? I mean, I said, Blue, I wasn't. And so Blue said, well, you know, he ain't had no problem with it. And I told him sometimes I'll come in, sometimes I'm not. And then I know. So, but at the same time, I want to make sure for the show purposes that I try to come in as much as I can, whatever. It's not that it doesn't concern me. But listen, again, and this is, I'm going to say I'm guilty of this too.
Right.
Before I say this, so nobody thinks that I'm trying to be bigger than holier than thou.
Yeah.
We all, myself included, from this situation should learn we need to save and have a nest egg because we don't know what's going to happen, and we need to have 3-4 months of money saved up. You know what I mean?
I was about to say it's very easy for people to say that, but there are people who live check to check
but
forget about other people.
Maria, I know that. I'm understanding that.
These businesses are following bankruptcy from
within
a
2
thought
weeks.
of a month. Now, they're foreseeing that we probably won't roll out and everything go back to rolling till next year. So they seeing it from a financial understanding. But if we supposed to have 3 months,
right?
And you're a corporation, you
how
should
much
have
should
about
they have?
a year.
How much should they have, Dan?
You should have a year.
Businesses.
Let me say something.
How long should they be able to go without them saying that
here's my argument with businesses.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be, Debbie Downer or whatever. 2008, the banks came to Obama and the country and said, and the car people, we cannot make it unless you give us the money.
Right.
Okay? The banks were saying, we're going to go under if we don't give us the money. We won't be able to have our customers, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Obama gave them the money. They stopped giving out loans. They stopped. Now, one thing Trump has said is, if we give you this money, you got to hire the people, and you cannot, again, buy your own stock.
You got to do it the way we do it. That's why they're giving it back.
Yeah.
And people got the money. Then they got rid of their employees.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Where?
many companies.
A lot of companies
Vegas
did
did it, right?
Recently?
Vegas is real cold about it.
They got the money and still fired their
Vegas
people.
is so cold. They got the money and still firing people because they really trying to get rid of the union.
What do you mean?
Because think about it.
For the
If you
hotels,
lay
you mean?
off,
For the hotels?
if you lay off everybody and rehire, you don't have to go with the union because ain't nobody the new people.
Well,
ain't
you know
union.
what? But here's the deal, and that's a great point. And I want to say something. And I don't know if you remember this, Maria, but I know you know, and Nick knows because it affected his dad. In 2008, when we had that crash,
Right.
the industry took advantage of it to get everybody off the books.
Of course it did.
So that's when they stopped giving out. Remember holding deals?
Yeah.
As a comedian, that was our biggest. That was our biggest hustle. Like,
Right.
Hey, my whole thing is to get a deal through Warner
Right.
Brothers. Even if I don't get a show, at least I know I got a deal. I got a $100,000 deal, $150,000 deal. I can still make paper. I can still do my thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think what's also happening, to your point, is that I think the country and businesses and unions are probably trying to take advantage of this to clear
everybody
some
is.
things.
Yeah,
So,
you're going to figure out your way. Now,
Shannon, why would you think I wouldn't remember what happened in 2008?
Because I don't know.
Huh?
Because you're young and
Clearly.
tender.
No, because I don't know.
Maria, I don't know if you
Just
remember
got
this
out of
or
high
not.
school.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
Like-
no, because I don't know if you were in the industry. I was
It affected everyone.
no.
It
It
See,
affected
why would I
everyone.
say? Why would I get
But
specific?
she
about,
is a writer.
No, hold on. Why would I get specific? Were
Well,
you a
real
writer in
estate,
2008?
It affected me real
No,
estate,
no, no, no. Was you a writer in 2008 for a TV show or something like that?
Not in 2008.
Okay, that's
But
the
it
point.
affected me, I think, maybe worse in real estate.
Okay,
than
when I
writing.
talk about real estate, I said Blue, and Mitchell. I said Nick because his dad.
Holden
I
You
lost
didn't
the
say
TV.
why. You just said it affected everyone. Is it because
He was
of
talking
what
about
they
holding
do as
deals.
Holding deals and the entertainment. I lost the TV show. I was doing warm up for a TV show. I was on Just Jordan.
Oh, okay.
I was doing warm up for that show. Man, making $1,500 a week, one day. And the show, the strike came. They went with the strike. Never brought the show back. Got rid of all stuff.
Oh, a lot of shows got hurt
yeah,
like that.
everybody got hurt.
Have y'all seen how they using drones? They trying to use drones to figure out.
I saw
if
that's
people
what they
have
said, but
it.
I haven't seen them. So do you think they should do that or no?
Wait a minute. Say it
Use
again.
drones to
catch
check your
people.
temperature, to roll around and see
Who's
got
hanging
it,
out? No,
who's
I
got it.
said-
Who,
say-
oh no,
I-
this is who's got it and who don't got it.
How? No, oh, that's not
'Cause
what
they
I got.
going by
I didn't
if the
understand
drones
the drone
is
is to
getting
figure out that
temperatures.
they can get the temperature.
It's not like it can read his temperatures.
Yeah, it's reading temperature.
Oh no, I thought it was more so
It's
too
reading
about
temperatures?
checking out the
Well,
hot
the-
spots.
the-
Who's
they're
hanging out
trying
and who's
to-
not.
They're trying to find a way to
Yeah.
remotely.
So let
Find
people
out
out. They
who-
doing all
who
kind
may-
of things so people can go back to work.
Exactly.
And
So
they
are
use
you
That's
drones.
some crazy
are you
technology.
It sounded crazy.
Are you volunteering for the drone to be over you?
No.
Oh, let the drone get
Oh
close
no,
to D
the
Green.
drones.
Let the drone get the
Hey,
Green.
and I
Hey,
can't even tell you
and
what
they
drones-
gotta
You
get that
realize
close
I
in
don't
order
even
to
think
read
you're
your
gonna
temperature.
know. You
Huh?
are not gonna
You
know the
them
drone
drones
is in
ain't
the
gonna-
air.
They're not like that. No, they're up high enough. You ain't gonna even know.
Right.
So I won't be able to grab
Yeah,
him.
no. Oh no. This ain't no kite.
Yeah, I wanted a toy. I wanted a new toy. They come home. What's this? Found a drone up in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I will say this: it's so much stuff out there. Who you gonna believe? Like, you want to go back to work. Some people telling you this is all a hoax. Some people is until.
There's only
and
one
I
person
will
that
say
said it
this.
was a hoax.
I will say this. No, there's a lot of people saying
A
that
lot of people
it's
did
a
thought it
hoax.
was a hoax
But I'm telling
at
you,
first.
until you know somebody that get it,
Yeah. I have a friend that lost 2 people this week.
man, I got
Well,
plenty
you know,
friends that lost it.
So did we talk about this last week?
No, but you can tell me now.
My dad and my
Oh, you told me
stepmom
over the phone. You did.
were both diagnosed with it. And the crazy thing is, so when my dad first went and was sick, they did not test him the
Right.
first week. And he, because of his previous health issues, should have immediately been given the test, but he was
Yeah.
not. And then I think I read today or
So
yesterday.
he has existing health issues, your dad.
He does.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Multiple things going on with him. That
Okay.
age and health
Right.
issues.
Are they
that
East Coast,
should have
West
tested
Coast?
him. East Coast.
Oh, okay.
So
Which is almost worse.
You
Yeah.
know, they're in
That's why I
Delaware.
asked.
Yeah.
They're in Delaware.
Uh-huh.
And so I found out today also Jazzy Jeff, who
Oh, yeah.
went in, they refused to test him for
Sure
it.
did.
He's
Yeah.
also in Delaware. And I was just thinking, you
Oh,
know,
I thought he was in Philly. So he lived in
well,
Delaware.
you know, people say Philly.
Ah,
He's
right.
from
Yeah,
Philly,
he's
but
from
he
Philly.
lives in
Okay.
Delaware.
Yeah. Well, it's so close now.
I know that, but
you know.
I just thought he was.
Um,
there.
I mean,
So-
Philly's Philly though, so don't
Yeah,
don't
you know
get it
that.
mistaken.
So
Yeah.
I assumed the doctor, I'm sure he was going to, was in Delaware as well. So I thought it was
Right.
very interesting that my stepmom, who's a nurse who works at the hospital there in Delaware, and they refused, the hospital refused testing them.
Wait a
and I'm
minute.
like,
Your
that's crazy.
stepmom having a little connection hookup
Yeah,
still
she's
couldn't
like
get in
a
the
teaching
test?
nurse at the hospital,
And
she's
still
been there
couldn't get in the
forever.
test.
So why
And
they,
they didn't
why,
test him.
why
Like,
are they
crazy.
not? Why are they
He
refusing
had to get
people?
worse and went in
'Cause
for something else.
For
them
some
to
reason, they
test
say,
him.
well, not for some reason. They're saying that they don't have enough tests, and so they're being very selective of who they're giving it to. You
So
damn near
what
got to
I'm
be
saying
passing
is,
out.
I don't know. Well, this is the thing. So exactly, they felt like your symptoms aren't bad enough, and I'm like, yeah, but there are people who do have enough symptoms that maybe they're not falling out the bed with a high temperature. He actually had a temperature, I think, for one day.
Wow.
But there are people who have it and they're not testing them. And I'm like, well, you really need to be damn near dead for them to decide that they want to test you in some areas.
Right.
And that's very
Well,
problematic.
did you hear about the one guy? He died. He went to 3 different ERs and they refused
Right.
to get him this
We
brother
did that last week.
out of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
it's
I'm
crazy.
just I know we
No,
did it
no,
last
I mean,
week.
I'm saying that we did that one last week. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but-
guy.
yeah, but-
when you asked, did we hear? That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but I mean, think about that. Here's a guy that's going to 3 different ERs. Obviously knows he's sick, and so why do you think they're turning? I mean, obviously you're saying they need to be damn near dead, but why are they turning people down if
For
you
that
know
same reason, I'm telling you.
So
They-
then,
they
so
saying-
really, what they
I
really
mean, and that's what I'm wondering. Like, my question is, is it really the fact that they don't have enough tests, or
Right.
is it really that there is some sort of discrimination? I don't have the answer. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but
I think
And if
when-
they don't have enough tests, how do they decide that you don't get it, but you
yeah,
get it?
right.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's
well,
what's
that's
making
what they're saying. The whole like you're not sick enough. But here, my problem with that is when you get sick enough at that point, it's hard to reverse back. Like
Yeah.
once you need to go on a ventilator, I think it's like it's a super small percentage of people who can survive once they start you on a ventilator.
Wow.
So that for them to wait for you to get that bad is almost like, you know, it's a losing battle.
and
at that point.
I think that's where the race issue comes in, because I mean, if you're sick, no matter what nationality you are. But what's happening is, or what people feel, I don't know what's happening. I really don't know. Only by what we hear is that it seems like more African Americans and people of color are being turned away. Now, I don't know if they're being turned away and they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
But that happens in every crisis. Nick, I mean, it really does.
I was gonna say to Dennis' point, what if it's both?
What?
You know, what if it's the fact that you are of another nation?
Yeah.
You know, and the fact they don't have enough equipment.
I mean,
so you would naturally prioritize your people.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but what prioritizes them?
That
How sick they are.
No,
right?
that
Or
they're
no?
that we're different people is what I'm saying.
Oh, so you're saying they're prioritizing based on class,
No.
color?
No, I'm saying that we're not the same people, right? So if my people got sick, if everybody's getting sick, I'm going to prioritize my people. So if I'm a Jewish person, for example, and I own hospitals, I'm going to prioritize Jewish people when they come in before I go helping other people.
But let me
the
ask
person who owns the hospital is not deciding who's getting help or not. So then it's a matter of the doctors and nurses on staff of who they're helping.
Well, no, that's not true necessarily, because it's well known that historically doctors have treated black women and black men less in hospitals. They give us less medicine. They think that we can tolerate more pain.
Exactly.
This is a well-known fact. So how they determine that when you go into a hospital, I have no idea. I've never worked in a hospital, so I don't want to speculate. But this has been going on historically forever.
Right. Now here's my rebuttal.
Favoritism
has always been there.
It's always been there.
Yeah.
Well, favoritism is with everything, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's always been there. So if you're wondering if there's favoritism, there is.
But my rebuttal to that would be, is especially in New York, which is somewhat of a melting pot. You know what I mean? You have people from all nationalities being nurses and doctors. I mean, everybody.
There's also financial favoritism.
That I believe is more of the financial part.
I'm just
because
saying.
I believe that even though you have the coronavirus, they're still going to ask you if you have insurance. You know what I mean? It's because it's still considered a sickness.
Yeah.
So
it's part of life, though.
Yeah, it's part of life. I mean, but I'll say this: I blew up my knee one time.
Okay.
And I had lost my insurance with SAG, so I had to go to Olive View up here in Silmar, which is a very good hospital. And I remember being in there, and I was like talking to the lady, and I was kind of catching the attitude, because it was like, man, when I had insurance, it was like, you in, you out, bam, you know, they're gonna operate on my knee, because I blew up both of them. But what I did find out, now I don't know if this is off base, but I do know that when we go into these hospitals, whether you're deadly sick or whatever, I also believe the kind of attitude you have will determine sometimes on how a person will respect you and maybe bring you in. What do you feel about that? Because I know they moved me up.
That's about everything in life, though.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
That's only if you get the right person.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes just based on who you are or what you look like will determine.
Yeah. But that's on
how
their
they're
side.
going to treat you initially.
Right, that's on their side. Yeah. But I believe that
and
if
then it's your insurance, because I've had good insurance and they want to keep me for days. I'm like, I'm ready to go home, and then you realize it's because they want to collect money on you.
Yeah, well, that is their
I
job.
have had that happen.
Okay. Well, thank you, Maria. Maria, I was happy I said something that we both agreed on.
Okay.
Damn.
I was thinking.
And the next piece of chicken goes to Nick.
I wanted to say the one story you were talking about with people putting their mask in the microwave.
Yes, idiotic.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Don't they know the mask got metals?
Would do anything.
Don't you know the mask have some metal in it too? They
All
gotta
of
be careful.
them?
No, I don't know if all, but
maybe
this up here.
Maybe they were doing the little cheaper ones.
Oh, okay,
like
because
from
this
the
got metal.
hospital.
If I put this in the microwave, but it's.
Yeah, the ones people hawking on the streets, they're just straight cloth. That's all.
But who would think you put that in the microwave and it's going to work?
But think about this. If you putting it in straight cloth, is no different than putting a paper towel over your food.
That's hilarious. That's a good point, though.
It's no different than putting paper towel over your food. It's not gonna catch. What's been
If anybody's
catching
gonna find
is the
something
one that
obscure,
got metal in it.
It's that one.
Yeah.
It's just
They can make you
material.
ponder on it for
It ain't
now.
no different.
Well, but that metal is it just down the nose part? Is it just on
It's
the
on
front?
the nose
it's
part.
on the nose part, 'cause
It's on the nose part.
The metal's
It's just
because
on the nose
it
part.
allows you to. What happens is it allows
Tighten
you
it.
to.
So
tighten
the
it
metal
here.
is only there. That means
Yeah.
the rest, whatever, is catching
it's
everything.
kinda
But you
clamp
can't.
so
But
it
you
don't
can't
slide
take the
down.
metal out. But you can't take it out. I
Yeah.
got this from my Korean Connect, by the way.
Listen,
But-
at the end of the day, I
Go
feel
ahead.
like as much spraying and whatever you could do, I feel like we leave everything outside my door. My kids know the routine. We spray everything and everybody down, and I still feel like probably if you're going to get it, it's probably just by.
If you're going to get it, I
Touching
believe you're going to
and
get it.
doing
I
it,
believe if you're just unlucky, but
It's like we said last week. By the time all this shit is over, any and everybody gonna be touched.
I ain't gonna
by
get it
this.
here.
Everybody's going to be touched by the virus.
Everybody's gonna be touched by it.
Yeah, I do think it's
And
probably
it's
gonna
just
be
like
some people's
everything
immune
else. I
system
think
will
for
fight it.
and Nick said this a couple of weeks ago.
wait, what did Nick say this time?
Nick said, but it's gonna have to make its rounds through everybody before we can get control of it.
That's true.
It's look, when I had the doctor on the phone, Dr. Applebaum said, I said, what do you want to learn from this? Do you want this to go away fast? He said, I do want it to go away, but the longer it's here, the more we know, the more we control it.
Thanks a lot, Doc, as we lose half the country. But
I
no
mean,
problem.
But if that's the only way we
That is
find
true.
cures for
Actually,
everything.
you know what's funny? You say that. Somebody's got to die.
Somebody not die, but somebody has to live
Yeah.
from it.
Like that 90-year-old man, the 75-year-old man that lived, they should be taking him up. He should be.
Trust me, he's already somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I already told y'all in Milwaukee,
They're pulling
Wisconsin,
his antibodies and
They
platelets and
probably
everything.
kidding him. Yo, Pops, how you mate? And you think
Exactly.
he's
they
like,
shot
you think
they
you
shot
niggas gonna let this
everybody up
die?
with the vaccine, with the first vaccine of it.
Who?
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I said not last year, last week, that they tried the first.
Now, why'd they choose
Chance.
Milwaukee?
Because it's black people in Milwaukee. I'm sorry.
No, it's just that learning facility was just on it, just quicker than everybody else, and they tried that didn't mean. And I ain't heard nothing else from it, so we don't know if it worked or if it didn't. But it's gonna be a whole bunch of trials of that before.
Well, I mean,
it take over.
it's like back in the. I mean, not back in the day, but it's like the first autopsy or the first time when they took a person that died and they cut the body open to figure out. It has to be tested, unfortunately. It has to be that type of testing going on.
Right.
Have you guys been following our mayor? Is he mayor or governor? Who's the guy going on
Garcetti?
TV?
Garcetti's
What
our
is he?
mayor, and
Oh, our
then
mayor. Are you watching him every
watch
day that he comes
both
on?
of them.
Garcetti's the mayor and
Both
the slick-haired dude is the governor.
slick head dude.
So did you watch the chick in Vegas?
The chicken?
Chick,
Oh.
the lady in
I'm sorry.
Vegas.
Oh.
No,
The
Oh, yeah, I
governor.
saw that.
The
I saw
mayor.
the
She was
mayor.
like, it's
Oh,
not
mayor.
her job
Mayor.
to dictate what the businesses
She
are
is
doing.
crazy,
Like,
man.
what?
She
I
like
like her.
She was wild. I need my
You
people.
say you like her?
I like her. She reminds me like an old mob boss
yeah.
wife or
Which,
something.
you know what she was really
Yo,
pretty much
I want
saying?
her out of office.
But you know what?
immediately.
I like her.
You know, let me tell you what she's pretty much saying. This is, but you know what she's saying?
She said, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Open the casinos up.
Yeah,
nigga.
we lose. Yeah.
Get to this
No,
money, nigga.
hey, she cracked me
You're
up.
trying to
Hey,
get me to say something. I know you're a great interviewer, but I'm not gonna say it.
Anderson.
Yo, he was
I know
so
what you're doing.
frustrated.
I know what
I
you're
know.
doing, Anderson.
I know what you're
Now,
doing.
Anderson, no, I'm not saying open up the casinos. I'm saying open up the restaurants in the casino.
Exactly.
Well, Anderson Cooper.
She was trying to spin Dr.
Yeah,
that shit.
Anderson
boy.
Cooper said, well, don't you think people may want to go gamble with it? Not
Anderson,
exactly.
hey, I just said they can go eat. I didn't say
I
they
got
had to
one
gamble.
for you. So when we were at war and they had came as close as they could get to Hawaii, and they were fighting over Hawaii.
The Japanese.
Right. And Americans fighting over Hawaii.
Right.
Did people stop going to work?
They went to work more.
It was bombs. It was explosions. It was all kind of things.
Well, it was that one thing,
and
though.
Everybody, like, you could go to work and your phone up.
Yeah.
People
Correct
the
you on that
economy.
one. Because, and if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But that was a strike by the Japan. What happened was the Japanese actually didn't know how much damage they had did that they could have made it to the States. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
when that was over, they never came back. And that's when people got back to work. So that was however many hours that fight was that day, or those days that day, because it wasn't more than one. It was really one main strike. The Japanese did not know how much damage. Then they went back. We put people back to work because once it was war, we had to start building the bombs. We had to, you know what I mean? Everything had to start getting rebuilt back up in terms of helping us fight this war.
I just
I don't know
want
what
to say,
documentary you watched, but I'm going to go ahead and not watch
Ain't
that
that a
one.
bitch?
so,
Sucker, I know my little damn. I know some history, damn it.
You know, that fight was only 2 hours.
It was
That was the documentary.
That's hilarious.
In order to put a spin on that, I would still say it's based on what you can see as opposed to what you can't see.
Break that down.
Yeah,
No,
please.
you can see war going on around.
Exactly.
So you figure, okay, if I can see it, I can probably either do something to stay away from it or
Or
do something
maneuver
to avoid
around it. You can maneuver around
You
it. It's
can't-
easier to
yeah,
accept.
You can't see this.
It's easier to accept.
Yeah, you can't see this bastard.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Go ahead, Maria.
I was just gonna point out Pete. Hold on, I lost the comment. Pete Clemenza, because
Okay.
I finally have someone who agrees with me. He said he's been in the hospital for 16 years and hasn't had that experience what Nick was talking about earlier. So he commented too. I just want to say.
Wait,
I
he's
haven't
been in the
either.
hospital.
No,
He's
no,
He's
working.
been working,
said he's
working
working.
in the hospital
Okay.
for 16 years
I'm
and
like, you've been
hasn't
in
had
16
that
years.
I'm
experience.
about to say,
Salute
boy,
us,
that
bro.
must be
To
the
God be the
highest
glory.
ICU bill in the world,
Yeah.
boy.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Uh,
Whatever you got, keep it.
So obviously,
Yeah, you might want to stay
obviously-
in.
No, my bad, me.
obviously it does happen, but I think those are the rare cases when that is what's
Look,
happening.
let me tell you something.
Look, it's user error with you in that
It
computer.
really is.
It's
It
probably
don't
'cause it's
bat-
Adele, nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't know niggas still made
It
Dell.
ain't even Adele, it's a bootleg. It's called Della.
I thought it said hell on that motherfucker.
No, it says Delhi. That's what it says.
It said Adele on that motherfucker.
Hello,
I like to say
I
that
can't see.
That's what happened when you open, we turn it on. Hello.
Hello.
I will, you know, Nick, your job is to work the goddamn board. How about that?
Hey,
You
man.
ain't
I've been hanging
throwing
around.
Hey,
I've
you ain't throwing lobs out here to these
Hey,
two
D,
motherfuckers.
D.
I ain't
D-
seen a
he
projector
also
on
worked
a
at volume
computer
too,
in
so
years.
watch your mouth.
I know.
Watch your mouth. He worked that volume
Been
too.
around his
Watch
daddy
your
too long. That's a damn problem.
I grew up around comics, man. So I can't, I
Watch
can't
your
help
tone
it.
now. Watch your
real,
tone.
real quick, I have a question. So if they say, hey, we found the vaccine and we think everyone should take this like they tell us to take the flu shot, I don't get the flu shot, would you take it?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, time out. I got
Oh,
I
shit.
gotta say something. We just spent 30 minutes. Let me
Yeah.
check the time on this. No, we spent 50 minutes talking about people need to be responsible.
Hello.
Yes, thank you.
About having insurance backup plans and
Hello.
all, whatever. All these solutions. Yeah.
And then they give you the cure.
None of y'all.
I didn't say I take it.
Hold on. I'm just gonna put it out there, Blue. Then you could take it back. I'm gonna say you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh
go ahead,
my
dog.
God.
None of y'all are gonna be responsible enough
To take the vaccine.
to get the vaccine so that you don't eventually spread the disease that we're all going to get at some point.
Yeah,
Okay.
now
I just
where
wanna
the
be sure that
selfishness
that's
at?
what we're saying.
Where the selfishness at? They got, hey, look, where the selfishness
See, here's
at
the
now,
problem.
Danny?
Here's the problem with me, man.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to on the real, I am the worst person when I get sick, and I always feel like it's my last day on earth. So,
That's-
so I just don't want to. I guess because they say if you got to get the shot, then usually you got to catch it before you don't catch it anymore. Isn't it something like that?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say,
Right.
Maria? At the same, right? You don't take the shot because of it might giving it to you,
Yes, like they tell you take the flu shot every year before people start getting the flu.
right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm scared because, man, I know when I get sick, I'm done.
I got 3 words. A
Oh, shit.
Tuskegee experiment.
Okay, all right.
That's why I wouldn't be running for no damn vaccine.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I believe this is my man 50 Grand, a very dedicated actor. We all appreciate his work. He puts it down. He keeps our history intact in every form and fashion.
Who's that, Denzel?
Ladies and
Damn
gentlemen.
near close.
Look,
Damn
near
near
close, baby. Lahmard Tate, what's going on, my
Lamar,
brother?
what up, baby?
What up, Blue?
What's going on?
What
That
up with the
that was
Jackson?
D Green. That was D Green.
I know. I just spoke to that dude.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he
I'm
said-
already knowing, man.
Oh, my man. What's up, baby boy? This is my man. What's going on?
Hey, man, I can't complain, but I want to shut it down for 2 seconds
Do it,
and
Dan.
acknowledge y'all
Go ahead.
queen of the show. I want to say hello and introduce myself to Maria. Maria, my pleasure. How are you today, love?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, you know what? I can't stand these niggas.
Aw.
You know, Blue, I can't stand these niggas from Chicago, boy. This is how they roll, just
Hey,
like
man,
that.
hey, look. You know,
Listen.
go ahead, dog.
Now, I was going to let y'all talk, and I'll wait my turn. I'm just a guest. I'm a guest. Go ahead and speak, gentlemen. You have the floor. Go ahead and talk shit about me, Dennis.
No, man, I'm just saying. Man, I just know you, man. And the Midwest boys, we've been on Maria all the time. But then here you come out of nowhere, just shut us all down.
Then
Like,
real
you know what?
gentleman comes in
Being a
every once in
gentleman.
a while.
Yeah, every now and then.
He said every listen, man. I'm just a dude that understands my upbringing of all the queens I was around,
Yes.
so I know how
Hey.
to acknowledge a queen when she's in the building.
Lamar, I just told them that how long I've known you. I've known you over 20-something years before, way back. You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
thought you said you admired him over 20 years, and then you finally got to meet him.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
That's true. That's true.
That's true too.
Then you
but,
finally got to meet him.
Posters on the wall.
It
But
all ties in.
but
It
I
all
but I
ties
try to tell people that the comment you're making about the Queens is important because his mother was my dispatcher. His mom used to work for Federal Express, and I used to work under her. She used to send me my locations to pick, and we became friends. And you know, I didn't even know anything about the Tate boys. You know, and your mom Peggy.
How you know he wanted you to put all that out there?
I mean, come on, man. they straight gangsters. They ain't worrying about none of that shit. Trust
Okay,
to believe me.
Okay.
He didn't know her
I
past.
got
Hey,
Big
nigga, pick up
Dave
that
over
box.
there if I need it. I
What-
got Big Dave over there.
got
to
Big
handle
Dave
my
over there.
lightweight.
Oh,
Got
you hear
that's
that?
right.
You heard that? He got Dave with his like. Well, Dave's been doing the handling chicken, so you might have to go ahead and have a
Wow.
situation right now.
Oh my God.
Shots fired.
Yo,
No, but anyway, real quick,
listen.
I just go ahead,
Yes,
Lamar.
go ahead.
No, I just want to say
I
that
was gonna-
your background and your upbringing and your family has been a testament of not only respect outside and inside the business, but also morally respectful in the business. That's what I really wanted to say, man.
Listen, man, I'm appreciative of all of that, man, and you know, my mother is a queen, so you know, any acknowledgement of her, I'm going to accept, you know, as long as it's in grace and taste.
Yes, sir.
I'm good like that.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
And you know, she was a manager over at FedEx for quite some time, and you know, her rapport was something with her workers, and honestly, you know, this brother Denham was DG was a stand-up guy back then, and it holds to today, you know, and
Appreciate
that
it.
just goes to show you quality people that you find in your circle sometimes. And you know, I remember the times he'd be like, "Yo, man, I'm about to do my thing. I'm about to do this stand-up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, man, I respect that. You
Yeah.
know, you go out there and understand your truth and what you have inside of you and manifest it." And he did that. I was a witness to his testament and his actions. So, you know, salute to you.
Thank you,
DG,
brother,
know
man. I
that,
appreciate you, man.
Well, man, let's talk
Indeed,
about your what you got on the dance floor. I know I went to go see a Tate Brothers production called Back to the Good Life, starring Kyla Pratt. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, tell me how y'all brought that together. Because, I mean, it was amazing.
Listen, man. Yeah, man, listen, big up to Kyla Pratt and also to London Brown, who was our other star. You know,
Oh, London was on there?
Comedy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, London Brown.
Very good
he's
comedian
her
from
love interest.
Ballers.
Yeah. He's also, also a stand-up comedian actor as well. And it was a situation where LaRon, you know, my eldest brother, you know, who runs and manages our company, Tateman Entertainment, he had this script, and we had a situation with another Chicagoan by the name of Brett, and he had brought a situation saying, "Man, you know, we have a option for a script, a romantic comedy, and you know, it was something in our wheelhouse, and we put it together, and we put it on its feet, shot it in Atlanta. What up, ATL? Stay in the house. Don't believe the hype, please."
Yes.
Don't believe the hype of the governor. Listen to your mayor who's on the ground, who is invested in you all and your health and well-being. So please pay attention.
Real talk.
And be smarter than that.
Mhm.
But we shot it in ATL, man, and BET Her was the outlet, and BET, and it did well for them, man. They were doing original movies at that time, bringing BET Her to light, and man, what a great experience, and it did great volume and numbers for BET Her at the time. And so, man, you know, we're grateful for that, man. To be able to work with my brothers, LaRon and Larenz, is an utmost honor at all times, man, in the productive side of our business. And, you know, as of recent, you know, and we'll dive into that at another point, but I'll segue that, you know, speaking of working with my brothers, man, Larenz and I had a great opportunity to come together after so many years, man, and work together in front of the camera on the show he was a part of, Power, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Killed it.
I was going to ask you actually about that. How was it working with him and playing opposite him?
You know,
I mean, was it difficult? I guess you just said you enjoyed working with him, but do you two know each other well enough that it made it easier to work with him on set, or no?
They got the same mom and daddy.
Well, growing up at home is a little different than
I'm
being
just
on
talking
camera.
mess. Go ahead.
Listen, the DNA is pure. That part is number one. But, you know, outside of being siblings, you know, truly on set, it was it was moments where people would think, oh man, this is just easy, but nah, man, you have to understand we're two different talents coming together,
Right.
and he was already an ingredient in the pot, and I came in as an ingredient and had to bring my own flavor to it, and I think that we had to really play off of one another in a give and take for that scenario. We're
Right.
talking about a politician and a cop, and
Yeah.
the dynamics that their back history was, and me coming in and having to bring an understanding to this character Kamal, and man, it wasn't so much a difficulty, but it was different. You know what I mean? And it was a great time, and it was a learning experience within itself. Big up to Courtney Kemp, who is the showrunner of 50 Cent,
Mhm.
Maury Hardwick, all those who are involved from the cast, crew, man, and Mario Van Peebles, who directed that episode. And big up to my brother Larenz, who, when, was asked by Courtney, who would you like to play your brother when they was creating this whole storyline for him? And he was like, that's a no-brainer.
Dig it.
Aw.
You know what I want to
You
say? And it's funny that, that was a great question that you asked, Maria, because I've known you guys for a long time, and you will never see three guys that are closer than these three brothers right here. Like, when you see one, you see them all. You see them at the screening, you see all three of them. But I would say this about you, man. When we did that movie in Milwaukee, and the reason I'm saying that is for two reasons. One, you're an actor that doesn't mind lending your talent to people that don't have the big budget, as you did when we did that movie. But also, man, I think everybody you made everybody feel, because you and Jackson from Chicago, was it my man?
It's your story.
Mel Jackson, yeah.
Mel Jackson.
Y'all were probably the bigger names on the set, and we, you guys made us feel really comfortable. It was the first time you and I worked together, and we worked through the whole movie, so it was really a good time, and I think that's a testament to you guys on how you respect the business. Y'all, you know who you are, but it's not hard. So I can see it not being hard for you and your brother to work together because you guys have such a dynamic relationship.
So you asked him a question and answered for him. Okay, go ahead.
You
Don't
know
worry
what,
about it,
man?
Lamar. You ain't got to answer that.
Hey,
No,
hey.
let me add to that. Let me add to that
Go
because
ahead.
you said something about name factor.
Yeah.
I appreciate that compliment, but also there were names in the comedic world
Yeah.
that you got Rodney Perry, you got D.
Oh, yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
These guys
Who?
came in.
Stop hating.
Hey,
Hey, Lamar, go ahead, man. I got to go through this shit every week, so I'm just pretty much used to it.
That's our dog. That's our dog. Go ahead,
Nah,
dog.
that's my bad.
I can't let those blow. Yeah, man, y'all better know. D got hands, man.
Don't tell me nothing.
He do got hands. He do. He got hands. He got feet too.
And you know what? And them bastards gonna stay in his pocket. That's what they're gonna be.
For those who are listening, when I say those hands, that's the street terminology for that boy can throw them fists.
Yeah, he
boy.
can.
He's
He
a
can.
Yeah.
He's a boxer. So I don't second guess the jokes, D. I just know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's just my own interpretation. But anyway,
Go ahead, dog.
I like to say, when it came to doing that project in Milwaukee, I had my reasons for doing it. One, there was a writer that I really dug who had written this piece. And in that was one of the reasons.
Mhm.
Secondly, in the fact that you have some cats who are up and coming and you just don't know who they are or where they're located. And they happen to be my next door neighbors in Milwaukee. I'm from Chicago. So I was like, give those brothers a chance.
Wow.
Simple as that. Give them the chance that normally they wouldn't have to shine.
That's dope.
And that was my reason in being a part of it. And also from a productive side, I came in, as an overseer and producer on it as well from that business. And so, again, if it wasn't for the writer, I had tried to do a project they had brought to me, and I thought it was just very intelligent
Right.
at the time. It didn't work itself out for many reasons, but I kept them in mind. I was like,
Okay.
listen, you all get something else, and I'll come back. And that's just a man of his word. And so I did that, man. And with that being said, it was a cool little project about something that has become more of a spotlight on black people. It was first it was a comedy. I was like, nah, let's interpret this as a dark comedy because there's something that's real about this. We were talking. It was called Civilian Life, and it was about a woman who had given her time and duty in the services, and she was being discharged because of
PTSD.
What is it called?
PTSD,
right? And and I was like, yo, man, that's something we should really pay attention to. So let's not make the fun of it, but the reality of it, what comes from that, because that's something that we as black people are now starting to get more in tune with and identifying and acknowledging is the fact that some of us do have
mental
issues.
health. Yeah.
It's depression that comes with a lot of people, and we have to identify that. And so that was another reason I had done it. And at the time that's why I say on the productive side, I had to sit down with these guys and be like, look, understand you could make a point within the humor of it all.
Right.
And so, hopefully we did that. And Dan, he did a great job, man. I felt he was like the MVP of the movie personally.
Appreciate it.
That's just me speaking.
What was the name of the movie again?
Civilian Life.
Is it still
Civilian.
Are you still able to watch
Man, it's been in post. It's been in post production.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The trailer's out. The trailer's actually
Yeah,
very good.
The
Oh,
director,
it's very good. Yeah.
yeah, the director had been doing some other things, and so honestly, I gotta tap back into that. A lot of things had happened, but that's another story here nor there. But the fact that D and I did a project together was dope to me.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Again, that's just full circle. Yeah, that's full circle. But
And I didn't know you were one of the producers, and now that I know that, why didn't you shoot it when it wasn't so damn cold that one day? God damn, it was freezing. We had to act like we was in the middle of spring. I'm like, nigga,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
I know. You ain't got to, hey, bro. Yo, listen. When you're dealing with low budget, I like to call them smaller budgets. I
Right.
don't like to put negative on black filmmakers, man.
Yes.
So it was one of those things, man. You have to go with the flow.
You gotta go with the flow.
And make it happen, man. Make it happen. Piece it together. But that's that. But what else is popping, man? What we got going here, y'all?
Lamar,
Y'all got me on the phone.
Can we talk about All American? I
my God.
love that show. I've been a fan since the first episode, and I love your character on that
She
show.
just got a TV yesterday.
I did. No.
Don't have cable.
But actually, you know what I love about watching you is going from comedy. Back to the Good Life was comedy, but I love that was also a family show.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to All American, although you're a little gangster, but I love that you still had your character, that you still you're I don't want
So
to
you
say
say he was
soft,
a
but
little
he's still
gangster. Are you trying to talk about his height, or you just trying to say that he was?
No,
a
the
gangster?
character.
Okay,
Have you
okay.
watched it?
No, I haven't.
That was a joke.
That
Go
was
ahead,
a
man.
joke.
Listen, let me tell you
Damn,
this.
man. Damn, Maria, you supposed to. I threw you the lob, but you just never mind. Go ahead. Just go ahead, Maria.
Hey, man, I had to come back for your shit anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Hold tight, Danny. You know I got comedy too in me.
I know that.
No doubt.
Yes, Moesha. Yes, you are. Actually, you've done a lot, brother. You have really done a lot in comedy, actually.
I thought you were. I
yeah,
thought he
yeah.
was very funny in Back to the Good Life.
Oh my
actually.
God!
Like,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Have you ever
The
seen him in-
switching of the different characters?
Yeah, I
Oh
was
man, that was
into
fun.
it.
Did you ever see him? Have you ever seen him in Moesha back in the day? Did you see when he? Was that one of your first comedy shows, by the way?
No, it was far as TV. So let me. I'm gonna throw it back, but I will come back to. I know we're digressing.
All-American,
I'll
right.
get to All American though. But okay, so let me tell you. So I had done movies. I was doing comedies like Don't Be a Menace, things of that nature. I was doing like movies, Jason's Lyric,
Right.
and people didn't think I wanted to do TV because I would do dramatic, episodic shows and guest star and things of that nature. And so people were like, man, would this dude come and do TV? And so Moesha came about. And, I had known Brandy, I had known Ray J,
Yeah.
I had known some of the producers on the show, some of the writers. And so I had gone in and I had told them, I was like, listen, man, you guys have been going for so many years. And shout out to Lamont Bentley, man.
Yeah, mad respect.
Rest in peace, rest in
Mad
heaven.
respect, yeah.
He's one of my best friends back in the day, man. But, I went in on the show and I was like, listen, you guys have already kind of built this world. The ingredients are popping. Let me just add what I think would make sense to it. I gave it to them, and they was like, we love it. And so, I did that last season, and they was gonna do a spinoff of that, but some other things came about. But
And I hate that they
more so-
cancanceled it because
Yeah,
I was
it-
doing
it
warm up
was
for the show
hot.
that year. I was doing warm up for
I
y'all that
know,
year,
I
and
know,
I
I
was
know,
like,
bro.
I need that.
I
I
know.
need that $1,200.
Hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
It was
know what I'm
15
saying?
earlier.
And so people was like, "Yo, would he do TV?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm into TV. I'm an entertainer. I do it all. It's not one or the other. I do drama. I do comedy, and that's just what it is, man." And the movies like Don't Be a Menace, the barbershops,
What-
the janky promoters,
Barbershop-
all of that good stuff.
Barbershop. I don't think you know this, but I was up. I made it to producers. I would have played opposite you, but
Wow.
they gave it to Anthony Anderson.
Impossible.
Wow, that's crazy.
Stay what you want, bro. I got the chops, homie.
Yeah.
So I would have played opposite you, but obviously didn't work out like that, and I'm up here with these three niggas.
D Green, this is your life.
This is your life, yeah.
Like this, and this is how it happens.
Yep, this is how it happens.
So in All American, as Maria was saying, she loved
Yeah.
how you play that role. How'd you get the role?
Another funny thing, right? Like, I did this series for TV. It was called Unsolved: The Murders of Biggie and
yeah, I
Tupac.
like that one too. Yeah, that was good.
And so I played this character, Keefe D, and from that, one of the directors of an episode that I had done on Unsolved by the name of Darren Grant.
Yeah, D. Grant, yeah. Wow.
He had he was gonna direct the episode of All American. So they had called me, and I knew a writer on the show as well. And they had, I guess, created this character, Flip, and they were like, who should we get? Whatever that they were gonna do whatever. And Darren and my other good friend had called out and said, yo, man, Lahmard Tate is the person for this. We ain't even gotta do auditions. Call Lahmard Tate, see if he's available.
Mm.
And Jamie, the writer Jamie, he and Darren Grant had reached out to me. It was like, yo, man, are you in town? And I was like, yeah, wow, what's up? And they were like, man, we got this character, man. If you could just look at it, read it, and tell us if you would be willing to do it. And I read it. I looked at the show, and I was like, "It's a really good show." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll come and play and do it." And so that's the history of it.
And D.
Did
Grant's a
the-
good guy. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did the fact that it was based on a true story influence you at all, or was just you read the script and it was good enough?
I think all of that, all of the components, I felt when reading it. I don't just read scripts and like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. It was one of those. I looked at all the components that was involved. It was based off a true story. It was set with a young kid who was being in a diverse position, coming from Crenshaw District, going to Beverly Hills, and the dynamic that I was seeing was like it's exploring and showing at the same time that people who are from the inner city, even down to what's called the higher cities, meaning Beverly Hills,
Right.
that they all go through the same parallel issues. It's just from different space and place, right?
Yep.
And it was about youth, and I was like, that's something I can get into. And that character, Flip, was basically, and I like this, and this was really the deal, that he was an reform ex-gang member, but still one of the OGs who had a voice for reasoning, not chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my thing. I was like, I dig that they look to him to provide a outlook on what's happening with the youth now, and not in a violent way, but in a very rational manner. And so it was a true situation where you got people, and it's just a real fact that in the inner cities, young cats who are excelling are off limits, and that's just the code of the street, right? And so I just felt that was a lot of goodness in that, and I went with it. And the showrunner and KJ and I kind of discussed that when we were on set, and you know, from that day being there, you know, things just blossomed and kept going for it. So that, you know, that was Flip. It was good. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's a great show, and you know, CW runs it. For CW to take on a show such as this, I gotta get them dap on that as well. I gotta commend them, but also Netflix picking it up. Also, it's like it's phenomenal, and it's been rising. It stays in the top 10 on Netflix, so you know you can never beat that, right?
Yeah, I binge watched it.
Yeah.
So I think they took a break. It seems like they took a break from the first season, and then they came out with a bunch of episodes to end the first season. And then I saw you.
Right,
I was
but
like,
no.
oh, that's really cool. He's on All American now. Yeah, that's a good character.
Yeah.
Hey, do you
Yeah,
are you
season
more?
2 is crazy.
Oh, sorry.
Season 2 is crazy.
Lamar.
Season 2 is crazy.
Yeah, I
Yes, sir.
finished season.
Do
2
you
already.
are you at that point now? Cause you know I know Darren Grant, good guy, great director. Are you at that point at that level where you're getting more calls and given the roles or offered the role, let's just say, and then deciding if you want to take it? Unlike some, you know, a lot of us that have to still audition. Are you getting a lot of more offers now?
I mean, here's the deal. I do get offers, and I still audition, depending on what the project is. But also, it's, you know, I try to tell people in this business sometimes, man, it's who you know.
Right. It's
Who know you?
Yeah.
And there it is, man.
Yeah. Who knows you? Yes. That's really who it is. I think.
believe- Yeah.
Who knows
and
you?
Here's a great thing, man. I let the work speak for itself, and if the people feel it, then I'm there. If not, you know, I move on, man. Every role is not gonna be meant for me, and that's understandable. It's not about that I wasn't the one for it. It's just that they just didn't choose me. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with a lot of dynamics, right? That's the business. I tell people we are in show business, but it's literally
Business.
5% show, 95% business.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
We
sorry,
had
go
a
ahead.
viewer, Lamar, that was saying that you should have a recurring role on Power, but Power has ended, and I think there's a lot of rumors of several spinoffs coming out. One in particular, I think Influence. I don't know if you can talk about that or not. Can you talk about Influence? No.
I will say that I hope that Influence does take place because it's for my brother. I
Right.
always support my brother
Yes, indeed.
and champion him. And if the stars are aligned for me to be a part of that, then God bless. There it is.
There it is.
Now, you know, it's not just the Tate brothers that are talented. How I met my man, his doing a couple of records on his daughter. His daughter, wait, and I
Amazing.
met his younger daughter. Like, not only, but the one that I work with can sing. It is you know, some people just have it naturally. Like,
Right.
the gift is like
Right.
instilled. And I'm telling you, man, she can sing beyond understanding. But see, most people don't know they can dance too. My God, they can. Oh my God, they can dance for real. Hey, look, and hey, his pops. Oh, his pops can sing too.
Oh
Like,
man,
that's-
yeah,
don't get it
that's
twisted.
bro. You got to understand. This is a talent. This is like talent, always across the board with them.
Lamar,
You know what I
can you
mean?
sing too, or just your daughter?
Okay. So
There she go cracking jokes again. and
No,
shit.
she asking the question.
I'm serious.
I
I
know.
don't know.
I
She
know.
asking the question. So here's the deal.
Sensitive.
I like to say this. Blue just said my pops, like that king right there. That man is, you know, the DNA of me, right? So
Hello.
mom's pops, and at the same token, he was the man who did music, right? So, can I sing? How does my daughter know how to sing? Is how I say it, right?
Ha.
So
Wow. Okay.
I'll leave it like that.
Okay.
My daughter ain't just.
Hey.
It's her blessing. I'll put it like this. I chose acting, and
She chose.
God decided, well, I'm gonna let that keep going. Here you go. Here's your singer. So
There it is.
I'll put it like that. There it is.
Okay.
Are you
Can I
are you a
sing?
sports fan?
It remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. I'll sing for you. I'll sing for you off air. How about that?
Holla at your boy.
Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm just
He was
saying.
singing off
But your
air.
voice had never got that high before. I was like, okay.
Bruh.
Hey,
Yo, D. Yo,
what?
D.
What's
So-
up?
D,
Salt
I'ma
Lake
tell you
City?
that. I'm gonna say this.
We got
man.
Salt Lake City
Every
across the table.
time- listen, man. I'm giving her a nickname. Every time Eminem say something, you always want to bust the nut.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? She my girl. I love. She know I love her, and I'm just. It's all fun again. After each show, I tell her drive safe and good luck getting home. 'Cause we got a little history with that. Hey, let me ask you. Let me ask you this question, man. Off the acting, are you a sports fan? Are you? How you feel about with the pandemic going on? How do you feel about all the sports being, canceled? And
Well,
who did your Bears take tonight? First round,
man,
today's
listen,
the NFL draft
been-
tonight.
I have been away from the TV today, handling business actually
Okay.
today. So I have not tapped in to see who Chicago picked. To answer the first question, I am a sports supporter. How about that? Viewer.
Okay.
I've learned to stop being a fan because they're not paying me. So
Okay.
I used to have now Chi-Town. Anything Chicago, it don't matter. Bears, Sox, Cubs, Bulls, Blackhawks, Sox, anything Chicago, I rock. That's just what it is. Win or lose, we're a blue collar city. We support our players in sports. Here's the problem, man. When you cannot function after a loss,
Yeah.
you know you done lost your mind, right? And it hit me a few years ago. I was like, I'm emotionally invested, but not financially invested. So
Right.
one of them got to go. And I stopped putting my emotions in it, bro. I was like, man, I just like the sport, man.
You know what game did? You know what game did that to me? The Raider game against New England, 2001, when the tuck rule, and that was the game to me, man, that I felt like, honestly, that's when I felt like sports is either rigged or it was just I just lost all faith in sports, man, with that because that I'm a Raider fan, and that one killed me. That killed me, man.
All right, Chi-Town. Have you been to Harold's?
Yes, sir.
Have you been to Harold's in Hollywood?
Harold's and
I
Bells.
mean, I have not been to Harold's in Hollywood, but I'm aware of Harold's. Now, I'm plant-based at this point.
Oh,
I do not
that's
eat-
right. That's right. You don't eat
I
meat.
do not eat any living animal. I just don't.
How's that going for you?
Yeah,
It's wonderful, bro.
yeah.
It's
I'll eat your steak.
wonderful.
Trust me.
Hey, listen, it was one time, and D Green knows this. I lost a bet, and we were filming in Milwaukee at the time, and my doctor was kind of, doctors, they tell you what they want to tell you.
Right.
You need protein. You need, the whole get down. When you're taking your physicals.
Right.
Men, listen, men. I'm digressing. Men, take care of your health.
Yes.
Black men,
Yes.
hear me now. Be an alpha male and take your ass to the doctor.
Yes.
Hey.
Be that. If you think you alpha male to women, be alpha male to self and take care of your health.
Real
man.
talk.
We're too scared to go in to do checkups, to do physicals, to do prostate cancer checkups, and all the high blood pressure, diabetes. Man, listen. Each one teach one. These are some of the elements that are breaking down your system, and with this craziness that we got going on with COVID-19, these are some of the ways these symptoms can attack your respiratory system. So please, black men, black women, our people, go in and get your checkups, please.
Yeah. So these ribs we got ain't gonna work tonight for us.
Man, you better get hey, listen. All I say is get you some lemon water after that, some lime water.
There you go.
Natural alkaline.
Now we just go-
natural alkaline.
Well, my,
But yeah, man. So we, I did have some seafood, man. I lost.
Oh yeah, that's right. We went to that spot
and
and
back to the fucking sports, man. Lost the bet
Yep.
on a bet, and they knew I didn't eat meat. And I was like, look, bruh, I'll do. They was like, fuck money. Excuse my language. I don't know if y'all can.
that's
cut-
all right.
Yeah, you can, you could.
They was like, listen, we ain't doing money. If your team lose,
Yep.
you gotta eat some meat. I said, bro, I ain't eating no meat. You can kick rocks with that shit. And they was like, what about seafood? I like, nigga, my Achilles heel. What you want? We can do that bet. And I sure enough thought my squad was gonna win, and they lost. And I was sitting there next to Dan and eating
Having lobster.
sandwiches.
Yep, we had lobster every day. God damn it. Every day.
That budget wasn't that bad.
Everybody was hey, we were in, I remember we were in that little like shopping place that they have downtown.
Yeah,
and man, and let me tell you
they
though,
have a market.
a market,
They have a market.
that lobster was
Milwaukee
good,
market.
man. That was lobster. It was and
fresh.
it's good when it's
It
free.
was fresh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and- See, and let me say this. Let me tell you how we got free food. DG. He said I was the bigger name. He was the bigger name.
That's
Shit,
it.
he had that working.
That lady recognized me, and you know what? I do want to say this. You know, Milwaukee has that reputation of racism and a lot of stuff that's going on there. But I will tell you this: when we went to that market, we were there for like a week, almost about 7, 8
I
days.
know where it is.
Right. We went to that same marketplace. After a while, those people treated us, and we were nice. You know what I mean? And they treated us so nice, man. It was yeah. Yeah, they did recognize me, but I said, oh, but this the dude's paying.
Hey man, it was a beautiful time.
Yes,
That's
it
all
was,
I can
man.
say, bro.
Yes.
My man, what else you got coming up next? I mean, or what do you have on the producer side, on the actor side?
We have this show that it's an audio series called Bronzeville, man.
Okay.
And Bronzeville is an audio series. Hold on, real quick.
Give me a number 9 at at Roscoe's.
I said a double burger with
I'll take
cheese.
it.
This is the first.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that.
No, we heard you order that number 9 at Roscoe's.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I was trying to go to Gelson's, man, to get some fucking fruit, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
okay,
yeah.
my
What's wrong
bad.
with y'all?
My bad.
Yeah, okay.
I heard wrong. My bad.
Don't.
Like
I heard turkey meat, nigga. I don't know about you.
Yeah, my bad.
Listen,
I heard
you know,
King
I
Burger.
chose to allow myself to lose my opportunity of shopping for my fruits and vegetables for my brothers and sisters.
I
How about
appreciate that. Oh man,
Oh, okay,
damn. Now we
okay,
feel guilty.
all right.
Put it back on you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't wanna,
yeah.
I didn't want to brush y'all off. You know, I'm not like that.
Oh man, hey, you're a man of your word.
Yeah, you are.
Even when you didn't get it.
Most people would not have had this much time of mine. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey
So-
man, look. You know I appreciate it, my man.
We appreciate that.
You know I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, y'all fucked around. Hold on, now I can't even get no.
Nah, nigga mad at
Nah,
us.
you know what I'm saying? Had to stop by the house with some watermelon.
No apple. Come back tomorrow.
I bet y'all. Danny, won't you fucking talk to them now and let me get it?
I was trying to be respectable. I do want to. My improv.
Fucking name when I need you, man.
Hey, this is. Hey, I do want to say this part though.
Yes, sir.
Blue.
Yes, sir.
Do a riff and let these motherfuckers know what's good.
Why you put your food in the bag? Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
hey, but I do want to ask this question though. Who was in the act? Was Larenz, or you? Who was in acting first, and how did that come about? Because I don't think a lot of people know that about you guys, myself included.
It all happened simultaneously. Actually, we had come from Chicago to Cali, and we some rough riders. We from the shop, bro.
Yep.
West Side, Shop Town, all day, every day, right? And so our people, my moms and pops was like, yo, man, it was a summer. They was like, listen, y'all can't be out in these streets wilding, man. Y'all can't be out here, getting bucked. So Pops had found a performing arts school. And so in this performing arts school, they were giving singing, dancing, acting, all music, all these different courses through the summer. And so through this course, we had basically they were doing a play at the end of the program, and we were all in the play. Larenz was in a separate play, and just so happened Malcolm Jamal Warner was also in this.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, it is mom's.
He was
right.
also in the program that we were in at the time. This is pre Cosby Show, and so he had an agent, and the agent came down and saw the play because everybody kept saying, "Oh my God, can those guys do after the play? Can they just do their scenes?" I was like, "Man, what the fuck is that about? That y'all paying us to do it again? I did it once." You know what I'm saying? We didn't know no better. So people kept requesting that we would do our scenes again after the show. And I was like, man, that's odd. And just so happened she happened to be in the audience one day, and she had asked if we could be a part of her agency, and my pops was like, "Yo, you don't get one, you take three."
Wow.
That's just how it rolls.
Okay.
And so she did so, and that's the end of the history of it, man. We, from that we just never stopped doing what we do, and it was, Malcolm had went off and did Cosby, and everybody else was rocking and doing their thing, man, and it all meshed from there, man.
What's your I hate to say final, but are you more interested now into the acting of the business, or maybe behind the scene and producing and directing? What is your goals? What are your future plans on that?
I'm definitely in front of the camera, man. That's number one. That job never gets old and never gets tired. So
right.
That's always gonna be number one. The beauty is to be able to continue to do work with the bros, and as it progressively happens, anything that we create and produce, that's just what it is. And speaking back on our audio series called Bronzeville, we're just finishing up our post-production for our second season, and it's a free subscription. Apple, you go on apple.com, or if you have the iPhone, you can go on the podcast, type in Bronzeville, BRON as in Nancy, ZEVILLE /Bronzeville, and it'll happen, man. And it's a great audio series that has our company, Tateman Entertainment, and Larenz Fishburne's company is producing this together. Okay. It stars Larenz, Larenz Fishburne. The first season had Omari Hardwick, Wood Harris, Tika Sumner,
Okay.
Corey Hardwick. Who else is in it? She's myself. Ren Brown is our narrator, a beautiful gentleman who has a crazy, dope voice.
Yeah, and mad respects to his mom. His mom just passed. Mad respect to his mother.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Blessings. Yeah,
just
I
happened
gotta
last
get him
week.
up there.
Yep.
Okay. Tracy Ellis Ross, and a list of people
Heavy
who
hitters.
came in, and
Yeah.
man, Charles Malik Whitfield.
That's my boy.
And so we just finished season 2, and it should be dropping in the next quarter, I want to say, man. And it's a dope series, man. And it's you gotta listen to it, man. We got over 20 million downloads in the first season.
That's right.
And people in tune. They have been asking about season 2, so we finally got it. And it's gonna be rocking, man. We got some new people to join forces with us on this one, and we have, let's see, we got Bartone Fitzpatrick from The Chi, who played Reg. We have Makai Pfeiffer this season. We got a lot of different people coming in to rock with us, man.
Y'all not playing.
So
y'all got
man. Listen, we call it theater of the mind, man. You gotta listen to it. You have to listen to it.
Okay.
Well, man, let me tell you something. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I knew you would be the most exciting, my brother, to call in. Nobody had to see you personally. Your picture is on the is up there, but nobody had to see you personally because what you had to say was deeper than anything. Man, once again, thank you.
Mad respect, bro. Mad respect.
And more blessings to man, everything you do, everything your family do, and let's make more hits with your daughter. Much love, dog.
Hey, man, listen, man, it's all love. Y'all got to get her on that one dance.
No, I'm going to get her on here live. We're going to do a live thing.
Yeah,
so as soon as this pandemic is over, I'm doing live things on the side. So when we take breaks, it's going to be live things.
All right, as long as y'all got y'all papers that y'all fucking clear that shit, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the cold thing about it is she doing originals.
What?
So you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
She the only paper she needs is for her to say, I want to do it.
I love how he said that.
Papers about that. I think
he talking about COVID.
He's talking Corona.
He talking about COVID.
Make sure
He ain't talking about no
we clear
covers.
Corona.
He talking
No,
about
I
COVID.
said once it's over. I'm saying once it's over.
No, but he wants to see the paperwork that everybody clear of.
Everybody clear of it. Oh, I got you, dog. I got you.
Ain't that
I
nice?
got you.
That's nice.
I got you.
Too bad you didn't ask us that first. You're like, yeah, we gonna have my daughter on there.
Well,
But
he
make
said-
sure you niggas ain't got those diseases now.
Today, no, because Lamar said it was 90 degrees today, and this fool got a scarf tied around his neck. So, he's safe.
Lamar, tell them leave me alone, man.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's still in Philly.
Hey, man, hey.
Hey, Lamar,
listen.
I'm gonna make sure they send you a fruit basket because you missed your opportunity.
Man,
tonight.
that is a done deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So D Green, get on that.
For sure.
I'll get
Hey,
you
man,
something.
I just know that Big Dave must be the silent assassin, bro.
He the silent assassin.
Oh, yeah, that's Dave. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
silent assassin.
He
Plus-
sneak them in on you. You feel like someone punched you in the gut on the side. It just like, came out of nowhere.
Plus, trying to get it with D Green is like,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. See, that's right. You want to talk on this show, goddammit. You better know how to talk. You better know how to intercept the pass.
All right, my brother.
Hey, man, God
Much
bless
love.
you,
Get
brother,
home
man.
safe, man.
Say hello to the family, man.
Hey, man, I shall, man. Blessings to everybody.
All right,
there,
brother.
man. And
Once
y'all
again,
fam.
bro.
It's all love.
All love.
All right.
dog.
Oh,
Peace.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
wait a
She-
minute.
Maria
Wait a
want
minute.
Maria
Maria.
want to say one more thing.
look,
What
Lamar,
you
I'm
wanna say?
sorry. They're asking for the name of
310
your
for what?
your audio series. One more time, please.
Bronzeville.
Bronzeville.
Oh, spell it
Get
for
it?
them, please. Yep.
Damn, it's kinda-
B as in boy. R as in Robert. O as in octopus. N as in Nancy. Z as in zebra. E as in echo. V as in Victor. I as in igloo. L as in Lamard. L as in Larenz. E as in excellent. Bronzeville.
Right.
That's dope.
Why you trying to use all
Got
these
it.
big words on us and shit?
No, he just put his name in there. That's all.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what it
Yeah, Lamar, Lorenz.
That's right.
Yeah. And then excellent.
Yeah, and then excellence.
Yeah. Now, if I said expeditiously,
Oh,
that would have
okay.
been different for your ass.
Well, I can't say that word.
He can't because
That's
he'll spit
right.
all over us.
Right.
I'm spitting all on the camera.
We'd have been surfing up in this bitch.
Ain't that bitch? Goddamn Tate.
You know, D Green got snake in him.
Oh my God.
I'll let
Yeah.
your boy. Much love, dog.
All right, Lamar, be up, baby.
Hey, man, I got to get
What up?
yo, man, you know what I'm saying?
What
I
happened?
said I got to get a shout out to my boy Brett, man.
Yes,
You know
most
what I'm saying?
definitely. Brett Dismiss.
Yes, a great gentleman and a scholar. I told him today I'm trying to grow up to be like him one day. You know?
I call him Shy Cali because he's been in Cali longer than he's been in Chicago.
Hilarious.
Much love, dog.
All right, champ, be good.
Hey, man, one love.
One
y'all.
love.
All right,
Peace.
Joe.
Bye.
Oh, man.
All right, so we're going to take a break. I hope you enjoyed that interview with our man. I hope you got some insight on that. And please go to we're going to take a break. I hope you enjoyed that interview with our man. I hope you got some insight on that. And please Repeat go and
Oh,
repeat. Take a break. I hope you enjoyed that interview with our man.
Corona in the building.
Insight on that.
What the?
God. That was good.
No, it was real good.
No, you still gotta take a break, bro.
Are we
Look.
off?
Blue, no, you still gotta close it out, bro.
Oh, okay. Once
You
again,
just,
you know,
you just sat back like a player, though.
Well, because it repeated what I just said. Did
No,
you
no,
hear
no.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, you
So
said
yeah,
that.
we're gonna take a break, and I hope you
Somebody
enjoyed.
said remix.
I hope you enjoyed the interview with our man Lahmard Tate. And check out Bronzeville. Yes, no doubt. That's / with a dot on top, and then a slash, then a bridge. Wait, I know you wrote it down. Much love. Holla at your boy.
Hilarious. What up, quarantine crew? What's up with y'all?
I don't like to go to the gym, baby, but I like working out
you a rewind. Oh, can I work out with you, babe? I can get my muscles pumped up. Oh, my muscles pumped up with you, baby. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? It's all I wanna do. All I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? It's all I wanna do. I work out with you, darling? I like to do push-ups, pull-ups, or anything physical other than you, baby. I can get my muscles pumped up, oh, my muscles pumped up with you, baby. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. I don't wanna sweat at all unless it's you and me getting it on. And we can physically fit together. Can we sweat from the morning to the evening time and then come back and do a rewind? Oh, can I work out with you, babe? I can get my muscles pumped up, oh, my muscles pumped up with you, baby. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. All I wanna do. All I wanna do, yeah, yeah. One and two and breathe. Oh, one and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. Oh, one and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. Oh, one and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. One and two and breathe. Can I work out? Can I work out with you? Can I work out? Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you, baby? That's all I wanna do. All I wanna do, all I wanna do, all I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do, baby. All I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Come on, come on, come on. That's all I wanna do. Oh, breathe, breathe, baby. Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. Yeah, work out with you. Yeah, work out with you, baby.
Should I play it one more time for the people? Chat room. I was just talking to the chat room if I could play it one more time for the people. I'm gonna play a little something for y'all. See if I can get them to I'm gonna see if I can get them to sing a little something for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Maria, you gonna jump in there?
Can I pig out
What?
with you?
Yeah, I tried to.
Can I pick out with you? Oh, that's hilarious.
I tried to
You gonna
delete
jump in
that.
what?
Okay.
Why delete it?
In the music?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not singing.
I love you. I
Can
have
you
to,
sing,
by the
Maria?
way. Of course you can sing.
Maria, can you sing?
Just talk over the beat, Maria. They appreciate it.
Come on, Maria. Go ahead. Come on, girl. We got your back. Come on.
I can't sing.
Don't say what you can't do.
I can't sing.
You can sing. Come on, Maria, Maria. We're gonna throw you this beat, 'cause we know you sound so sweet. We're gonna give you the time to grab the mic and tell the people what you are. Maria, Maria, I know you're the next superstar. Go ahead, girl.
How you living out there, my people?
Uh-oh. Blue.
How's your world doing today? Sitting up in your house wondering what's the next move. Hope you got your stimulus check today. The job done put you on flotations, wondering when it's going to let you come back. Getting unemployment and an extra $600 a week. Some of you making more money than you was when you're going to work every day.
I happen to be one of those people. My check means so much to me. I want to be equal. When I get my check, I'm not going to the barbershop. I'm going to the massage parlor and get my
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
6 feet.
6 feet.
How you living?
How you living?
Living,
Tell us, Blue.
At least 1, 2, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Then I sit at the table
What?
and have a meal that way.
Yeah.
How I'm living,
Right.
I'm living for the people.
Hey.
And I hope that Atlanta people stay in the house and don't believe the hype.
But in Atlanta, they got to get the nails done.
Singing in key, man.
In Atlanta, they got to get the nails done.
Get the frog out your throat.
In Atlanta, they got to get the nails
I
done.
think the beard got you messing up.
In Atlanta, they got to get the nails done.
Oh, you done grabbed your nuts.
Balls hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back.
Oh, man.
Man, once again, let's give a round of applause and a no doubt about it understanding of appreciation to Lahmard Tate
Yes, man. Love to Lamar, man.
for coming on the show, man. We
Yeah.
couldn't get him in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he was shopping for fruit.
Yeah, he's shopping for fruit. You know, he
At Gelson's.
At Gilson.
he's a
So you know he was ready to spend $100.
Mr. Brother Man himself. I'm going to Gelson though to get
right.
yeah. I ain't never seen Gelson
Power
with
to
a
the
drive
people
through.
as I walk my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted to cut him off with the fruit. What Gelson's was he going to?
Yeah. Hey, y'all, there's a short African in line, aisle number 5. Keep an eye on him, please.
Must have been next door to that Subway that Jesse Smollett was going to.
Oh my gosh, man!
Oh my God! That shots fired.
Shots fired. There was firing shots at him in the. Talk about he was cold, man.
Hey, look,
This chat room
look,
is a beast, man.
I'm not gonna say nothing about Jesse because look, let me tell you something.
What about
It's got to be the most incredible thing that happened to you to be on top of the world and then be under it.
But let me ask you, can I ask you a question about that? 'Cause I know we ain't got a lot of time left, but how do you feel?
He ain't stopped you before. Go
It
ahead.
ain't never stopped me before, but tonight I'm going to respect Maria because
Oh, yeah,
Maria
'cause she-
has to get home to
Yeah,
her
she didn't
family.
want you to tell her.
If you notice that lately,
Can I just say, every week my personal shit is on here. Like, we're gonna
maybe
start
you
going
should
around
maybe
and
you
talking
should
about
put a
everybody
sign.
else's
Well,
personal
maybe you
shit.
should put a sign on your forehead and tell us what we can't say, what we can say.
I mean,
Damn.
it
I
should
didn't
be
know.
common sense.
No, it ain't common. I didn't know. I thought we was being respectable by saying, you know what? We know she got to go home because she got to go home. How about that shit?
Well,
Holla
and
that.
when you have somewhere to be after, we're not on here announcing where you got to be
Yeah.
after the show.
Because I don't let everybody know that I got to leave early to
But
take
we
care of
know
a
where
little
you
one.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, thank God bless you.
So what was you about to say?
I mean,
Daddy?
and let
I
me
don't
just,
know.
my bad. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, she ain't finished yelling. Go ahead.
I mean, it's no secret. I'm just saying, you always turn it into some personal
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
about me. Like,
Oh, well, ho, slow up, slow your roll. I don't be making nothing personal. I just was making a comment, and I
My
was trying
kids are
to, and I was
personal.
trying to. You what?
my kids are personal.
Oh Lord, here we go. Let me go ahead and kill this because I ain't gonna try. I ain't going.
So what
I ain't
was you
gonna-
about to
yeah,
say?
Yeah, before I was rudely interrupted with that shit. You know what I'm saying? My goodness, ain't nobody say nothing about your kids. I didn't say nothing disrespectful. So why would you even say?
You
I
started
didn't.
saying I had to go home. You were
So
on there.
to say you had to go home for what?
So what was you about to say?
What was
Right.
the fuck I was about to
to
say?
go home for what?
Well, I forgot,
what did
man.
I need to get home
Nah,
for?
I'm steamed now. Let me.
I did want to say,
Yes, please.
Damn.
Maria, I do
Yes.
love your hat, by the way.
Yeah, the hat is cracking. I was trying to see who
Yeah,
the,
yeah, 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 yeah.
the maker is on the side.
Yeah,
Y'all
the hat's
are
on.
hilarious.
Yeah.
This is one of Orly's hats again.
Oh,
Shout
that's
out to
Orly's
Orly.
signal?
It is
Insignia?
Orly.
Yeah, does she have her
Yes.
Instagram yet? Oh, you
Her-
ain't got that yet, I bet.
So, she does have Instagram. Here's the deal. So Orly is actually launching her
Okay.
hat line,
Okay.
and her Instagram is not really reflecting that.
But what's the name of it?
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, okay. It's your story.
Because I did post it last week. Hold on.
Don't you know about her?
I'm sorry. No, because I call her. I don't go on her Instagram.
Okay, my fault.
So
I'm
you-
sorry.
You just said, give me one of them
My
things.
bad. I didn't mean that. That might be personal.
Get up
business.
one of them things.
Pretty much.
I don't want to ask no questions that's personal. Please don't.
Please.
Okay, it's Karmativity Design.
You wanna spell that?
Karmativity Design. Now, I'm looking on the side. Is that, what is, okay. You didn't even know the name, so I better not even ask you about the logo.
You ready to get smacked. You ready to get yelled at. Because you're looking at her hat.
Yeah, it's a logo.
Can you
You know what
answer?
that is?
That's what she designed. I
Answer,
don't
can
know.
you read
It looked like a royal crest, like a crest.
Yep, royalty for me.
Oh,
Thank
holla
you.
at your boy. I see you.
Shit.
I see you. And you're very
Royal,
fashionable
royal,
today.
royal pain in the.
You're
excuse
very
me?
fashionable. Look how fashionable she is.
Yeah, whatever. Mhm.
Yeah. No, really.
got your
I mean,
arms
it
out
is.
today?
You got, well, you do have your
You know,
arms
you
out.
know that
'Cause I was hot.
I figured it out. You know what? I figured it out. We're not allowed to give her many compliments or say things. She don't even take those.
I think it's
good.
you.
I think
Danny.
she looked at me like you.
Now, it might be
I'm
me.
fashionable today.
Yo,
I'm
it's a
fashionable every
joke.
time you see
Everything
me.
that comes out y'all's mouth to me is always a joke. So I
Oh,
never know
y'all.
what's going on.
Oh,
Nick.
Like-
Yeah, Nick.
I'm
Maybe
back
it's you
here.
too.
I'm not
No,
included.
Oh, now you ain't
Nick
in.
is not included.
Oh,
Nick-
wait.
Blue,
So,
like, you
it's
crack
only
jokes
Nick and
too.
Lahmard Tate?
Yeah.
Blue, you crack
That
jokes
be,
too.
That's it.
well, you know, I'm a crack joke.
I mean,
Damn.
You know what I'm
every
saying?
once in a while,
I
I'll
get
find
killed.
it funny.
I get killed every day on this in this side of this chat room. If I say we say one joke to you, and it's like, yeah, it's problem. Don't talk about me.
Oh, but those ain't jokes. Those are like inspirations.
Oh yeah, that inspired. Those are wannabe motherfuckers.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So check this out.
Thank you for that, Nick. Anyway.
Ain't no doubt about that.
Nick,
Inmates, wait a minute.
Start talking to Nick.
You see this? Who they granted parole for with this with 6 weeks was and left for this guy in jail. He was in prison,
Right?
and they finally granted him parole, and then he died right after that
Ain't that a
from
bitch?
COVID.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And look, he knew he had it.
That's why they let him out. Like we don't want this nigga.
He had a minor infraction. He
Wow.
was 60 years old.
A minor infraction at 60. What
Well,
are you
I mean,
doing?
well-
That's probate. That means he broke parole somewhere down the line, bro.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey man, when you go in jail, you gonna break some rules in jail. A lot of
Yeah,
people
that's gonna cause you.
go in and it's about 2 years,
And catch a
5 years,
case, and
and they
catch a
catch
case.
cases
Yeah.
and catching cases.
Yep. Blue, you ever been to jail?
Say what?
You ever been to jail?
Say what?
Say what?
I'm sorry. Hold on. I apologize. Can I ask you a personal?
Every
Can I ask
week
you a
y'all
personal
gonna ask
question,
some
Blue?
goddamn personal
Yeah,
question.
yeah. I'm gonna say Blue.
About damn time.
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, Blue, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, go ahead, man. What?
Okay, I just want to make sure I can ask. You know what I mean?
No, you can ask me. I don't care.
Maybe hold up, Nick. You mind if I ask Blue a personal question?
Yeah,
Since
yeah,
you and
yeah,
Maria
yeah, since we
are
like-
friends all of a sudden.
I might not answer,
Yeah,
but go
yeah,
ahead.
You know what? I'm not gonna answer. It's too personal.
No,
I can't do it.
I used to so
Hold on. If I ask this question, will it affect your kids at home? That's
No,
all
no,
I
not
need.
at all.
Because I know that's where the questions start rolling to.
So yes, I have. And when I was younger,
Asshole.
Okay.
when I was young and I was and I would drive, I after a while I got stopped so many times.
You said, "Fuck it, take me to jail."
I just throw the tickets out the window.
Right.
Like I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, because I didn't know the laws, I could get stopped. And David Tate, we grew up together. I could get stopped probably in a 2-block radius for the same shit I got stopped 2 blocks ago. I said, I got stopped. Yeah.
Shit, because she was still black.
I mean, I could get stopped 3 times a day and get a ticket 3 or 4 times a day.
Wait a minute.
And I start throwing them out.
I have a question about that.
What's up?
Is that legal? Like, say you get stopped for like a tail light, a fixer-up ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the ticket in your car. Can a cop stop and give you another one, or can you say, "Look, man, I got to tomorrow"?
Because you're supposed to
They'll
take
both
it
just be fixing
and put the car up. They fix a ticket.
No, I know, but are they allowed to give you a ticket?
They
each
can
time?
give you a
they are.
ticket because you're really supposed to pull it over. And, I've gotten cops, some cool cops, that was like, yo, man,
Yes, we're not hating on the police. We know that's sensitive too.
fix this. But if you get stopped,
totally
I've
ignoring you.
already I've already, basically, you're in the system.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get stopped, again, you know, you probably get a ticket or they'll impound your car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of times I was definitely warned. But, yeah, the other times I just got the ticket. They just kept giving me tickets.
I know that's got to be a feeling and a half, man, to get stopped and maybe not even know how many tickets you got, like where there's a warrant out on you. And they must be like, yo, my man, you got anybody you can call? What for?
When I finally got caught.
And you talking about when they don't know they have warrants? When they get, is that what you were saying?
Yes, the individual.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
Let
don't
me
know.
tell you something.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I
like,
knew I
they
had
know.
Okay,
I
okay,
knew,
okay.
I knew
okay.
I had it. I knew
They
I had
know.
it, but let me tell
Right.
you, when I finally got caught, I got caught in that.
Right.
When I finally got caught, I wasn't even driving.
Right.
I was in the passenger. I wasn't even in the car. I was inside of 7-Eleven.
And they came and got
We
you?
came out of
And
7-Eleven,
they
all
were-
of us, and they told us to get on the ground. We got on the ground, and it was about 10 of us coming from this. They used to have a club up at Universal Studios. Used to be a club right there in the front. And we went to after we be dancing all night, we go to 7-Eleven, get us something to drink, hot dog and all that. And we come out and the lights was on us, get us all on the ground. It's about 10 of us in different cars. And when it was over, I was selected.
We'd like to take the.
Because they had to take somebody.
It's like shopping. I'm going to take the big nigga over there.
Look, and I was about to give a different name. We had a homeboy that kind of looked like you. His name was Jocko Day. Don't he kind of look like Jocko Day?
Yep.
And I was about to tell him a different name, and I heard him go, well, that one right there is Byron. And so I said, he started giving all our names. I was like,
Knew y'all?
One of your boys?
he knew us.
Your boy started snitching?
He started giving out names.
Oh,
you know?
that's dry snitching. I
Yeah,
think it is.
he's just giving out names. They asked him who's all with you, and they started giving out the name. So when I was about to say Leroy, I just went on and said Little Byron.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So the chat room wants to know if we've
Oh,
watched
yes. I'm
the
sorry.
The Last Dance.
The Last Dance.
Yes, we changing the subject.
I mean,
like,
damn. Okay, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
we gotta ask some of them questions.
It's not
from
the
camera.
last,
But,
not the last dance. It's the last stand.
No,
what is it? The Last
Dance.
Dance.
It's called
That's
The
what I
Last
said.
Dance.
The Last
Okay.
Dance,
Okay,
right?
sorry.
Is that
Yes.
what I
No,
said?
you're right. You're right.
The Last Dance.
Did I
for
say
who?
that big? Big?
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Did you watch it?
I
I
watched
watched it.
one. I haven't watched the.
Oh.
I watched it. I watched
look
both.
At that.
Did
Wait
you
a minute,
watch?
Hold on.
I watched both of them.
Did you watch Steve?
Shout out to rehearsal.
Steve? No.
I watched both of them, and they were incredible.
Ain't nothing about a Chicago Bull that I like so far.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh.
why you didn't watch, just because you're not a Bulls
You know
fan?
what I?
Oh, wow.
Blue. You know what I really want to make
But he's a
some
legend.
said on that is, I was happy because I'm a Jordan fan. I
Oh,
won't
I
lie.
saw on your Facebook what you said.
Yeah, because it was two things I think what happened. One was I was happy that the truth came out. So many people dislike LeBron, in my case, that they always try to talk about that Jordan never had nobody. But if you look at Jordan's three, each repeat team,
Oh, he had a squad.
he had squads, both teams.
He had a squad, but you know what I think? I think he had a squad, but just like the Lakers had a squad, I don't think they came with the squad. I think the squad developed as they went.
Yeah, but they still it wasn't as it went. I mean, they didn't start winning until they got Horace Grant and Pippen, and they got them both in the first round.
Right.
You know, and
And
then
look, I was tripping off.
got caught right.
I had forgot that Pippen was making way more money than Jordan was, but Jordan
first.
wasn't making no
Yeah.
money because he wanted a team.
Yeah.
Can-
Well, Jordan was also getting money. He
Oh,
was
he
getting
had
money
money at
outside.
other places.
Can I say
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
Danny?
Yeah.
But we overlooking the fact that Michael Jordan pushed those guys to be who
He
they
did.
were.
Okay.
I've been around.
Same thing. Magic
Let-
did.
let
too.
me say so it don't make a difference. He still had stars,
Hold
though.
on, Danny. If anybody, no, because Pippen wasn't a star.
Pippen
when
wasn't
he
a
got
star.
to the
None of
league.
them-
He got drafted let me say something. He got drafted number 5, and when he came into the league, when he said, I want to be better than Jordan, that's when Charles Oakley started bullying him. So the boy, he could ball. Then they got Horace Grant, who was a baller at Clemson.
Wait a minute. So
They may not have been superstars,
So
but these
him
boys
being
came
drafted.
in.
So him being drafted number 5 means what?
It means that he's
Great
the
point, Dave.
No, it's not a great point. It's like
Oh,
someone.
your voice
The
so
man
high.
Because
No.
No, it's not a great point.
Danny, him being drafted number 5 means what?
it means that he's a
Well,
pretty
then
good
he
player.
was
How
good.
about
Yeah,
that?
to be number 5, right?
Thank you, Nick.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Wait, no, wait,
Without
hold on,
Jordan, my bad.
Sam Bowie was drafted number 1.
Great
Okay,
point,
Shut the
Dave.
fuck up.
No,
Great
no,
point.
no,
Yeah.
no. Hold up. Y'all want to go ahead and talk about Sam Bowie?
Number two.
No.
Yeah, I got you.
First of all,
And Portland is crying about that to this
but
day.
let me tell you what happened though. First of all, let's keep it 100 with
They
Sam
took
Bowie.
Sam Bowie over Jordan.
You want to know why? First of all,
'Cause Simmons
Elijah
wasn't
Wan.
about.
First of all, no. Olajuwon first was the top big man. Sam Bowie, before he broke his FIBA.
His what?
His fibula.
His FIBA Las
Yeah, fibula,
Vegas.
I'm sorry.
He broke his FIBA Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I said
fibula.
FEMA. Nigga. I was like,
It's the FEMA, I said, right?
Before he broke his FIBA.
Did I
what's
say
he
it right?
fibula.
Fibula. I said it right.
Yeah, fibula.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this: Sam Bowie was a top player at Kentucky until he broke his leg.
Right.
Portland didn't take him because they had Clyde, so they already had someone in Mike's position. And if you looked at the doc, that's why they.
Okay.
So they took Michael third. My point being is this: whether Mike pushed people or not, he still had really good ball players. How do you know LeBron isn't?
Okay, let me
pushing?
ask you a question. Did Mike make those ball players Hall of Famers? Were they Hall of Famers in your
Great
eyes
question, Blue.
before?
The only one that I would say was a Hall of Famer in terms of would be the second team, and that would be Rodman. Because Rodman already had a couple titles, and Rodman was 2 times Defensive Player of the Year and 5 times in a row rebounding leader. So he had to play. He had some players.
Okay, you picked one Hall of Famer.
You told me.
Great point,
So
Blue.
you picked one Hall of Famer. Now, when you look at Chicago, how many
Pippen's a Hall of Famer.
No, how many Hall of Famers does Chicago have?
Pippen?
Since Jordan.
Since Jordan.
D Rose, maybe?
Oh, no. Well, I ain't talking about that. No, let's not try to go talk about after. We're talking about
No,
the
I'm
last
talking about
dance.
the team players he had with him. Because he pushed them, he made them be Hall of Famers.
Okay.
And a lot of them
But my point being,
wasn't nowhere
but
going
my
to,
point
no
being,
way
we
going
can never
to be
say.
Hall of Famer.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying that we can't. I'm not saying Jordan didn't push him. I'm not I'm not hating on Jordan. I'm saying we cannot. We can't dismiss the fact that he had good ball players.
Okay, we've learned throughout the history of
No,
time now.
that's what I'm saying.
I
Blue.
know, but we've learned throughout the history of time that one man can't do it.
And
Matter
Ron
of fact,
Harper,
we
like
just
somebody said in the chat room, Ron Harper, if you know it or not, especially you should know, you was an LA boy.
You should I know.
Ron Harper was the number 4 or 5 pick until he blew his leg out with the Clippers. He was a beast, and he was 80% in Chicago was still better than half the dudes in the league.
Hey, look,
That's what-
you should have put him up first because when he the president of the state of frat.
You should. Damn.
So is your argument that LeBron James is
No.
better than
My,
Jordan?
it has nothing about
Oh, okay.
LeBron.
I
My
was wondering.
argument, no. My argument is that people tried to say that Michael never had people around him, and Jerry Krause said I knew I couldn't win with this team that we have for Michael, and he went out and got some players. And the last point I want to make on that is a Jerry Krause thing. This is what I will say. I'm not saying I don't know personally. Obviously, I don't know anything about Jerry Krause, but in his defense, when you keep beating a man down,
Okay.
don't think when it's time for that man to look out for you, he gonna look out for you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
When you keep that man already had a complex, short, fat.
You're right.
Mike didn't like him.
Didn't Michael Jordan make him the character in Space Jam?
Yeah, I don't know, but he called him crumbs and all
You guys
kinds
ever
of
seen
stuff.
Space Jam?
Yeah. Oh,
So the little fat greasy guy in Space Jam was based off of the owner.
Wow. I mean, think about it. I don't care. And I took that. I don't like stuff like that. You know, I've never been bullied, but I don't like bullies. That's the only thing I don't like. Because I don't like when a person or a kid ain't got a chance to, do what he want to do because he got to worry about whether these guys. That's the only thing I will say. I'm not into that bullying stuff. And my thing with
You
that
said
was,
you ain't never been bullied?
I ain't never been bullied.
Really?
I ain't never been bullied. You can check.
Can a grown man bully another grown man?
I'm talking even as a
We're
kid.
not saying even as
As a
you talking about
kid.
even
No,
as
I know,
kid.
but you're talking about Michael Jordan and this other grown
Oh,
man.
well, right.
No, but see, that's a good point. But my point is this:
So
if
long.
I'm the GM, and I'm coming downstairs to talk to the players,
Right.
y'all can say what you want. Hey, say what you want. And I'm here, and my job is just to look at the team and oversee the team. But the superstar is killing me. Yeah, he's getting bullied.
Wow.
Yes.
How am I? If I'm saying I'm looking at you, knowing you don't know nothing about what's going on down here, nothing. So why?
Wait a minute. Why could you say that when I'm the one that drafted you? When I'm the one that got Horace Grant, I got
Like
Pippen.
it was hard to draft Michael Jordan. or Horace Grant or
but
Scottie
what-
Pippen.
But that's his job. You can't
No,
get
no,
mad
no,
at a
but
man. You can't hold up, Nick.
Listen,
no.
I'm not saying I got mad, but I'm saying if Michael Jordan is looking
No,
at
Nick,
him,
you're saying no. I know what you're saying, Nick. But it's just like in here. I could walk out each time, and Blue could say something about me, or Dave could say something about me, and it could be funny to them. And after a while, I'll be like, I'm tired of it. But they keep saying it. His job, he had to go down there. If you think at the end of the day, that man was going to look out for the Bulls when they had a squad and he broke up the squad,
but that's his job.
Well, what I want to know is,
ahead.
you watched part 1. You watched none of it.
I
Nick,
watched
did you watch
both.
it?
No.
You didn't watch any of
I'm
it? Okay,
good.
well, we can move on.
man,
after
be
this.
quiet, man.
So-
Shoot.
I'm not
I
a
really
fan.
I
just
gotta-
wanted
okay,
to
go
know
ahead.
if you learned anything new after watching it.
I
Was there
did.
anything?
Yeah, there was a lot of
that you didn't-
inside stuff you just
Yeah.
didn't know. That's what the whole thing
I didn't know
was
the
about.
Phil. I didn't know the Phil Jackson part.
No.
He
What
said,
part? That they told him it was.
yeah,
this
they told him,
last
they
season?
said you can win 82 games.
crazy.
You ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Now that,
Wow.
to me, if somebody tells you that, come on.
Yeah, that shows you the democracy behind it all.
But
Crazy.
but
Watching this show brought a great understanding to me about this. Right now, right now it's LeBron is the greatest player ever, right?
But don't tell LA people because they hate him. But go ahead.
No. But
Ever?
right now,
Greatest player
no.
ever?
Right now they're talking about LeBron is the greatest player. Will that stay consistent after he retires if he doesn't get 5 rings? Because it stops.
But here's the
And
problem.
now
yeah.
it's going to be about
But that's, to me,
rings. Which what happens?
but
it be
it,
about rings.
it shouldn't happen. Because, see, and that's the problem I have with sports. Are you a great singer? But do you have a Emmy? Not an Emmy. What's they give a Grammy?
Grammy?
You have a
Yeah,
Grammy?
I got a Grammy.
Damn, you do? Okay. No, I'm not
no, I
trying.
don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so no. Look, don't crack the joke now. I'm trying to be serious.
Oh,
what
now
you trying
we
to say.
can't crack jokes.
Well, we
No,
can't
yeah.
get. We
Great point,
definitely,
Maria.
we definitely can't get
Maria.
No,
personal.
really what he was trying to say was don't mess up my point. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I
Go
don't
ahead.
mind. I don't mind the joke. You
Yeah,
know what
go
I mean?
ahead,
I'm not
go
going to
ahead.
say it's personal with my
Yeah.
kids and all this
Right,
other stuff.
right.
But I don't know who said that. But would you want someone to say that you're not great because you don't have a Grammy?
No. I said right
No.
now he's the greatest.
Listen to what I'm
supposed
saying.
to be the greatest.
I'm going to
Oh,
your point.
okay, go ahead.
So my point with LeBron is that this. First of all, let's do this point. If you saw Patrick Ewing, and especially sports people, I don't know if you are or not, Nick, but if you saw Patrick Ewing
Nick
walking
more than
down
all
the
of
street, if you saw Charles Barkley just walking somewhere in the mall, or
Right.
Dave or John Stockton or
Right.
Karl Malone, we might say, "Yo, them boys was bad," but because they don't have a ring, they're not even spoken on the level of anybody. So right now the problem is because of Michael Jordan going undefeated, because he doesn't have all the rings, but because he went undefeated, everybody's career is based on whether they can go. So if LeBron won 6 titles, they would still say, but you lost 8, 9 times. So thank you. So my point being is, no one can win. No one can win
But
that.
LeBron
None of these
won't
players.
be able to. The people who
no-
are in the
no
conversation
player.
of the greatest,
Yes.
all have 5 rings.
And too, Danny, I
Who?
think
No.
Danny, on top of what Blue is saying,
Magic,
I think what we're doing is
Jordan.
chipping away at greatness.
Yeah.
It's hard to be great, and
Yeah.
we should recognize it. It's hard. Floyd Mayweather, for example.
Yeah.
It's hard to go 50-0.
And people still
Man.
Nigga,
go at him because
I've been in street fights, nigga. I
Yeah.
stopped fighting.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I'm like, nigga,
I'm tired, nigga.
Nah, I'm like, nigga, I won too many, nigga.
like, you done
that
had-
time coming, nigga.
You
like,
have 50 fights and nobody got
So,
you
what
because
you
there's
saying?
always somebody bad at you.
And so I think it's easy to point out the flaws in people and sit back and say, well, he
Right.
didn't do this. But I think at some point, if you don't like Michael Jordan for whatever reason, you like LeBron James' game, whatever, you have to
love
look
Jordan.
at
Talent's
what
talent.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan did, how he did it,
Yeah.
the
See-
swag he did it
Yes.
with,
Yes.
the
But see, you-
intensity,
but you miss-
the consistency and intensity
And
he
I'm
did
not-
it with, and we
and-
can't chip away at that
And I'm
because
not
we like
knocking
LeBron.
no. See, you missed my point. I never said that I didn't like Jordan. I just said here, Jordan is my guy. I love Jordan. I used to go to shows late just to watch Jordan finish
that's
a game up.
We can
My-
tell with the black and red. I got you.
Ain't that a
That's
bitch?
hilarious, man.
But my point being is, we are chipping away at other players and other people because they can't live up to Michael. Why do you think Kevin Durant left OKC? Oh. You say soft, but I'm not saying he's soft. I'm saying that he knew, you know what? I'm in my 10th year. I don't have a ring. The media now is focusing on me and not LeBron, which they were doing for LeBron till he won one. I got to get a ring for me to be considered even a ball player, even a top ball player in the league. So my thing is, Michael Jordan had put the standard here, which he should have, and Mike did. Everything you said is right, bro. Mike was the first athlete outside of I think Dr. J was first to do all interviews only in a suit. If you notice, Mike never did interviews unless he was in a suit. So, and Dr. J was like that. So I'm just saying.
But
I think
Mike
to
comes
your
from
point.
that era.
Yeah, but to your point, Blue, we have put too much emphasis on the ring.
No. Have we put so much emphasis on it? Or really, when you start playing, after you start playing and you done got the money, you done got the notoriety, as far as you've made the last goal to make is a ring.
But Blue,
You're everybody on
Turn-
that team is the best in their high school, the best in their college.
Yeah,
In the
but
world.
Now they want and
Shit,
yeah,
in the world.
and then they want to be the best in the world.
But again, they're also in high school and in college. You don't have people saying, well, if you don't win the national championship in college, you're not a good ball player. You don't have ESPN and all these other
But
national.
then
Hold on, you don't have all these networks going at you, and they went after Jordan.
But then
That's who he got, and Jordan they went to after his 8th year.
But this is what I'm saying. To Blue's point, though, that's even more to Jordan's accolades.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to block out.
Yes.
Listen, I'm sure everybody up here knows somebody that plays professional sports, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I have a few close friends that played in the NBA. One thing that shocked me the most is they don't work as hard as you think they work,
Yeah.
or as hard as you assume you
No
would
doubt.
work when you had that opportunity.
Right.
A lot of these cats get to the NBA and they just happen to be a tall person. All of us in here can hoop. If we happen to be 6'6", I'm sure one of y'all might be in the NBA.
Right.
You
Or
know
they
what I'm saying?
fit the position of that team.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you look at it from that standpoint, it takes a lot for somebody to get paid millions of dollars, be the face, and still be able to focus enough to do your job
I'm
on
not,
that
but
level.
see, you're missing. I'm not knocking Jordan at all. I'm going off of what Blue said, and Blue said pretty much like, now are we making the rings? Is LeBron or anyone else not going to be great?
Yeah.
But
yeah, nigga.
but-
if you
but-
don't go
but
50-0 in boxing, nigga, don't bring you up. He can't be brought up.
But see,
nigga.
here's the problem. Then you should not bring up anybody
Why?
because who else is undefeated? Who else was the top undefeated boxer?
Shit.
Do you know?
Floyd Mayweather.
No, outside of Floyd.
Name somebody else. I'm
Rocky.
not,
No, I'm going to tell you.
Mike Tyson.
I'm going to tell you.
Mike
Rocky
Tyson?
Balboa.
No,
I mean,
Rocky.
Nigga, that's
Rocky
hilarious.
Marci-
Nigga said
Rocky
Rocky
Marciano.
Balboa.
He didn't watch no movie Rocky movie. I think
Marciano.
Rocky lost in the movie.
Hey, look, some people
That's
think he's a
hilarious.
real boxer.
They do.
Rocky
Marciano.
Marciano.
Yes. So
Roxy?
No, Rocky. That's what
Marciano.
that's where the character was
That's
based
where
off
the character
of.
came from.
So we can have that conversation about Rocky Marciano then. We could talk about him being
actually, that's not where the character came from. But
okay. Well,
keep going.
excuse me, I just threw that out there.
No. I'm not trying to
didn't
dog you. The movie Rocky came from a fighter, Chuck Webner, who had a chance to box Ali one time. And in the fight, like he was an underdog. He was from
Oh,
Bayonne.
yeah.
He's from
They did a
Bayonne,
movie
New
about
Jersey.
it.
Yes.
They did a movie
and,
about him. Yeah,
and
that's true.
he sparred. He was, he had gotten a chance to fight Ali. They knew he didn't have a chance, so they were trying to sell the fight. And to his respect, Ali said to him, during the promotional on the side, look, I want you to call me a nigga. That's what he said. And he said, I can't do it. He said, I can't do that because I have black friends. And when he got into the fight, they were fighting, and he threw a punch, and Ali kind of tripped, but he fell. You know what I mean? And Stallone, they said, I think, was in the crowd. So when he knocks Ali down, obviously the referee counts it as a knockdown, and it's like, here's a guy 101-1 chance to win. Now the whole crowd, and that's where the movie Rocky.
They did a movie about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's dope.
So, before we go, I want to make sure we talk about Teddy and Babyface.
Right, that's what I was gonna bring in when we were talking about championships.
I
Okay,
want
go
it,
ahead.
Blue. I want to hear, nigga. When they turn that shit on, I wanted to call you on live.
the
nigga.
first one or the second one though?
It don't matter. Nigga.
Okay,
both
go
was
ahead,
the same.
Blue.
Wait, first, I just
Go ahead.
want to say, I think, what's today? Thursday? When was the first battle?
Sunday, right?
Friday or
Sunday.
Saturday?
Sunday.
Saturday, yeah,
Oh,
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I laughed so hard. Saturday to Monday with the memes. It was
The
so.
memes was off the
I saw the
chain.
memes, but I got to be real. I didn't watch it, and I got scolded by someone who I can't talk about their kids. But someone said you should be watching this. Oh, I'm sorry. That's personal business because I forgot. But you did tell me that. Remember, you hit me up on that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The first set that went so bad, it was just so bad.
On
Babyface
Teddy
was
part, right?
Yeah, on
Look,
Teddy
but
part.
wait a minute. The best part about the memes is, did you say you watched the first one or no?
I watched both of them.
Okay. Those memes the entire time, I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking the whole time. Like, you're thinking it, and then it's a comment. Somebody was saying the same shit. And I'm like, he's got all those people there. Why is it there's nobody to understand what's going on with the
But
technical
what was the problem though?
It was technical difficulty.
But I'm
Because
saying, what
it was
was-
an echo.
Teddy had too much stuff going
He
on.
had a
He had
dancer.
a drummer, a
that
DJ.
was distraction.
For a telephone.
Poor light guy.
For a telephone.
So what he was trying to do was,
Right.
he was trying to
To outdo.
do an interlude
Right.
before each song came on.
Yeah,
So he
it's
was
too
going to play.
No, he was
Sing.
performing during the song,
No,
too.
no, I know that, but the way he was trying to set it up, he was trying to give introduction to each one of them.
Yeah, it was too much.
Scratching, drums, all of that, and this is all going through a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it on his phone?
Well, his phone was
or
wasn't
you can
connected.
do your-
All right, let me ask you this question 'cause I didn't see it. What was his expressions when
So
things
after
wasn't
I
going
asked
right?
you to watch it, you still didn't watch it?
Damn. Oh, isn't that kind of personal?
No, it's
Damn.
not. I was
Damn.
like, you know
Just
we
lead
gonna
over there.
talk about it
God
on the
damn.
show.
She just do my business all in the street.
So-
Damn.
So
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you're allowed to do it. You're a
Teddy was
woman.
trying to do too much, and then when he went to Babyface's side, his was somewhat clear.
But
So-
Babyface didn't have a lot of people though. I did.
Babyface
No,
was there by
Babyface
himself.
was like, that's
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Social
It was
distancing.
just Babyface.
Oh, it was just Babyface.
Babyface was like this.
Him and the piano, nigga.
Yeah,
Killed
Babyface
that.
was like this with his phone in his hand. Oh, no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm right here.
Oh, you're done? That nigga said, oh, you're done?
I'm by myself. I'm social distancing. We should always be social distancing. like
He was killing him, huh?
Babyface was killing him.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not doing anything.
bad.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
you ready?
But can I
You
say
ready?
this? Shout out to Teddy Riley. I want to say this. I just want to say maybe technology hasn't caught up with what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
No, neither
So-
one of them really knew, to be honest.
No, so
but
I'm saying like we're looking at it from the standpoint of they dropped the ball, right? But
Right.
I'm saying like maybe for what was taking place, we just haven't caught up in technology.
we
Now,
had-
you know what
No,
Teddy
no,
Riley
no,
should
no, no,
have.
let
You
me
know,
say-
you know what Teddy
I
Riley
don't-
should have did.
it wasn't.
go ahead.
It wasn't Teddy's fault. It was all those people he had behind
No,
the
no,
scenes.
but-
who
Oh, no,
showed
but he
up.
set it up.
As an
Going on.
engineer,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
as an
they're-
engineer, what I'm saying is, from a technical standpoint, I understand what he's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
And it's you can't capture that
can't.
on that microphone, on that type of device.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't.
So you
But-
would have
and
to.
two,
but no, but
nobody
I-
else was doing that.
no,
all
but
the
you know-
other competitions.
But
nobody
I don't think
did
there's no
that.
way to
Hey,
do that.
but
That's what
no,
I'm
it
saying.
is.
Swiss
No,
Beats looked like
no.
he was laying in his bed.
Hey, no, hey Nick,
Oh,
you know,
man.
I
Nick,
think
you know
he
they've
was
been
in
slick.
the car.
No, you know they've been
He was in
slick.
his
Uh,
car.
Blue, hold on. It would have been slick if they would have did it Zoom. So each one of his people would have had their own phone, and they could have all zoomed in together.
Each
so
one
Well,
of what people? No,
Teddy
what are you
Ri-
talking about?
Teddy
Each
Riley,
one of
See?
who's
I'm gonna help you
people?
out.
Whose people?
If y'all
Teddy
want,
Drummer,
Riley,
the
Teddy,
dan- the
right,
keyboard
Teddy Riley,
DJ,
right.
all
So
that.
each person is on their own phone zooming. So then it looks
they
like
could have
it's-
used a different platform.
right. They could have used like it, so you
Well,
patch it
that's
together.
the conversation now.
Yeah.
I think that
All right,
Swizz
I
and,
have
and
an
Timberland
idea.
are talking
What?
about.
two things. One, if they actually want to do this and you guys want to make it better, just from a technical standpoint, all you have to do is stream it on different platforms, and it'll just help it pick up the sound.
But people
in
ain't got.
different
But
ways.
what about the other people though?
But
I mean,
this is what I want to ask you guys before we got here. Who would you guys want to see Blue battle? And I mean, if we did like a live concert, you feel me, like song for song, you feel me, we can stream it live.
I'm riding with my
We
dog.
can get two streams. No, I'm rocking with. You know, I'm
Oh,
rocking
okay,
with
I'm
Blue.
going with
I'm
Blue.
play the song again, nigga, when the show over for y'all.
Thank you.
But I want to know, who would y'all like to see? Chat room, please chime in, because I'm gonna try to set it up.
Dave probably got that one.
Throw somebody out there. We gonna tap in with them, and we gonna try to line.
Oh,
it
I
up
know. How
and do a
about-
live concert?
How about William, the actor boy, my man William? Oh man, what's William's first name? He's been in a lot of movies, but he's a singer though too.
Oh, what about my?
From
You
Chicago.
talking about Will?
Will, you think you blow Will out? You know
Well,
Will.
no.
I got one for you,
Uh-huh.
Blue.
Now hold on. What do you think?
Oh wait, answer this first.
You know I ain't gonna answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I knew you weren't gonna answer it. What's my man? I don't know why I'm blinking on his name. He part of the family too. He was in Dreamgirls.
Keith.
Keith. What about Keith?
Keith
who?
would be a good
Keith who?
competition.
Keith who? What's his name?
Keith is
Keith
very,
Roberts.
yeah. Keith is very versatile. He'd be
Yeah,
a good
yeah, yeah.
competition.
Yeah, my
Blue
eight
versus
just did his
Howard
album.
Hewitt.
He just did his album. Keith's album. He got a new album he's working on.
I'm just gonna roll up in the wheelchair.
That's hilarious.
That's what somebody put on here.
Yeah. No, hey. Yeah.
Him and beatbox. Lord.
There
Did you
was-
watch it? Did you watch it?
Hey, Blue, you down to
You
do a
didn't watch
live
it,
concert versus somebody?
Oh man, I'm definitely dying.
See, I think if we do I think instead of playing the music, if we do like a live, you could just
No
we could-
music. No
No,
music.
no,
just sing?
we do
Oh,
it live. Like you sing it live.
Okay.
You understand? Instead we play it over the.
Oh wow, that sounds genius.
I go track for track. We might be able to.
Wow. Boy, she rolling now. She even shot at you, Nick.
But you see
Damn.
how it don't even affect me. I
Yeah.
take it as love.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
That's
Oh,
an
yeah.
inside joke. Blue knows.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. Oh, see when I jump on board, I take it with love. Ain't this a bitch?
But I'm gonna tell you this: Teddy and them definitely was excited. What most people missed, they was excited about what they were going to do
Yeah.
because shout out to Breon. Breon
Shout out
The
to
dancer?
Breon.
was so he ain't no
That's the
dancer.
dancer? Is
No,
that
but he
was his-
Producer.
He's a
Don't-
producer,
no,
but he
don't-
But
was
that was
so
the guy dancing?
dancing. Yeah,
Yes.
he was so excited on
He
how
was.
this was going to happen that when he was dancing, that was based on we about to kill this. It's like putting on a suit you just bought and you know you about to kill him.
And then you go outside.
So-
Yo,
you
and
get
meanwhile,
juicy.
Babyface was so
Breon was dancing
chill
from
the whole
excitement.
time. It
Excitement.
was like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Babyface was like, hey, but I knew in the second one, I knew Teddy was gonna be
ready.
pissed
Oh, yeah.
off when Babyface pulled out his guitar. I knew he was gonna be pissed
Now
off
why?
because Teddy tried to do all this musical stuff, and they told him, Teddy, you can't do nothing but use your mic talk through the phone. That's it. Now, every DJ, keyboards, put that out. And then Babyface pulls out the guitar
So
and sings live. And the first thing
Shut it
came out
down.
of Teddy's mouth. Man, that was great. They told me I couldn't bring. They told
Nothing.
me I couldn't even bring a banjo,
Oh, I thought that was the
a
best.
harmonica.
wow.
Oh, it was
Like
so funny.
he was so. You should have seen.
So what? But then
Babyface-
I heard the second time.
Teddy-
I heard the second time was better though.
the
Well,
second
that
time was
happened
better.
in the second time.
Oh, okay.
That
That
was
second
the
time. But I
yeah.
will say this: the problem was, which I didn't know, Instagram can only hold
40 minutes?
live. No, 500,000 people
At one time.
at one time.
Oh, so your Instagram could only. Well, I've never been there.
and mind you, and mind you,
I thought the 20 was the limit because that's all I'd be.
a lot of these comedians were smart. A lot of the comedians were smart. Like Lil Duval, Timberland and them had to watch it on Lil Duval. Lil Duval streamed it to
Right.
100,000 people on his own while he was making comments and
So they had it
commentating.
on their computer,
Yeah.
then they had their phone, IG
Oh,
Live.
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah,
computer,
okay,
And then
okay.
he
people
talking
following
and
that.
giving jokes in
Right.
between. So a lot of comedians did that.
Right.
4 million people tried to lock in. So it was knocking people out, knocking people out, knocking people out.
Oh, that's why people
Yeah,
say they
you
shut
know
down
what's
the
crazy?
internet.
And you know what's crazy? When you think about technology, because 3 times, not only did it kick me out of IG, it shut my phone off. Like, I
Wow.
was like, what the hell happened? I was like, it was in my battery? No, my entire phone turned off.
So all this technology.
You still
they
got the
could-
same-
Don't have jokes about my phone. It's not what type of phone it was. But 3 times it did that. And I was like, what the hell? And I never log out of Instagram. But when I turned my phone back on, it made me physically log back in. And I was like, that's kind of weird. So I figured it totally has something to do with Instagram.
Now the funnest one before we go, the funnest one was, the one that was funny as hell was T-Pain
He did one.
and
T-Pain, Lil Jon.
versus Lil Jon. Like it was just like homies playing songs, and they was doing their own hype. They were
Oh,
their
you
own
mean
hype
the
man.
battle,
The
the
battle,
funny battle. Oh,
the
I thought
battle.
we were still talking
Now
memes.
Swiss Beats is trying to get Dr. Dre and P Diddy to do one,
Ooh, line it up.
I know.
but and Dr. Dre said no.
P Diddy
Why?
would kill him, man.
So-
Dre said I need that bag.
Dre
I think
said no, but the way that Swiss and them trying to do it now, they're like,
They want
yo,
pay-per-view,
I
right?
want you to push, everybody push for them because for the culture, we're going to do this on pay-per-view. So when you do it on pay-per-view, you got to pay to get in like watching a battle.
But
Yup.
wait, but it's going to be, they're going to put it towards COVID. So
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
not all the money going
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it's
sure,
gonna
yeah,
be a
sure, yeah,
problem.
yeah. Let's get
Not
that
all
right.
of
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
they're saying.
Yeah, that is.
I think as long as it's 10%,
Look,
right?
Swiss
you
Beats
good.
You
and
have to-
Timberland is
How
a
much
coffin.
do you have to give?
it's
when
like
you,
5% or
Yeah, you
10%.
ain't got to give it all. This going to charity. Yeah, only 5%
Right,
of it.
they're not gonna give it all. They look, they doing it for the culture.
Let me ask you a
but
question,
to-
though.
But to
Oh,
stay
I'm
in the
gonna
culture costs
believe
money.
they wanna do
All right,
the
a
right
question
thing.
though. Question on that. Diddy, Dre.
Dre.
You going with Dre?
No
I'm
question.
I
a-
think
you
Diddy
go-
got the beats though. You don't like the, you don't.
You know, Diddy did.
I mean,
what-
in terms of
now,
rapping
let
and
me tell
everything.
you something.
Here's the
Dr.
thing.
Dre?
There's questions with both of them, though, as
Okay.
far as who actually did what.
No, I
I'm talking
feel
about
you.
as
Yeah,
entertainers.
no.
so
but
that's the reason why I believe that Dre said no, because you got Scott Storch, you got some other cats who may have done something, and then Diddy, he's got cats like Deron from 112, he's got Stevie J, he's got the.
there was a
Hitman.
whole lot of
It's
people
a whole lot
helping
of
in that. color.
crossbreeding as
But
far
even
as
with
the
these
beats
other
go.
producers that went, it was a whole lot of crossbreeding there. Because when Teddy played, I Like,
Yeah, that's my jam.
but I Like, if you look on the record,
That's Timmy Gatlin.
was Tim McGallin.
He's the one that wrote it.
He was the original guy member, the dude that was on the album.
Okay.
Before
Before Damien.
Damon got in there,
Right.
Tim wrote that and Teddy's Jam.
So let me ask a question. Even the songs that they do, and since they're getting money from the public, can't they just send them a check or something? Or
Send who a check?
No. But if
people
you take
that
it,
write the
when you
song
take,
or
but
whoever-
when you're playing it as a credit.
right?
Like another thing Teddy did, he played a song that was a straight up remix.
Oh,
Like-
that was so funny too. Baby, we doing remixes?
Yeah, Teddy's like, we doing. Oh, you did that? I didn't know you did that. I didn't know.
Babyface was killing him, huh?
My bad. And like, I didn't know Teddy did the show. And Teddy was like, Babyface, like, how old were you when you did the
Like
show?
12.
He was like, I was in the 11th grade. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was shocked he did that too.
Hey, a lot of people were shocked
I
when
didn't
he.
know he did that.
when I didn't know
But
he
I'm
did the
the
show
horrible
either,
one. I
because
don't
he
know who
started
did
the
what.
show off with the show.
That was a bad move.
I mean, he started it
He
off.
should have he should
Yeah,
have
against
ended with
Babyface.
that.
Yeah,
He should have
he
ended
should've.
with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And shocked
Wait a minute.
everybody.
Wait a minute. Did you hear the part when the second time when he did Dougie, and then he did the boom sound at the end of Celebration. Oh my God.
So you pretty much was killing Teddy.
No. Let's be
A lot
clear.
of people was killing him.
No,
Like,
no.
you gotta watch
I
it.
know. I heard a lot of people was killing him.
I felt like he was doing too much.
He was doing too much.
And he in his right, his music is amazing, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt like he didn't need
He's a
to do
beast.
all of what he did. And Babyface was classic, was from the first one to the second one, and Teddy was just like the second time you're like, okay, he's gonna be cool, right? And then he was still doing too much extra, and I'm like, you taking away from the.
So
music.
let me ask you a question with that one like that. Like I said, say for instance, I like. Wasn't that Aaron Hall?
Yeah, no, they talking about who
No.
produced it. Yeah, Aaron.
Oh, so
Yeah.
are we worried about more who's getting the money for producing, or are we worried about more?
Why
I mean,
we
are
talking
they
about
are?
money?
This
What?
is the who.
No, because he
This
just
song
said.
They're
was
talking about
about
credits, though.
This was credits on who wrote and produced the song.
Like when we talking about Dre and Puffy,
This is credit.
like
This-
Puff doesn't necessarily make. Well, he does kind of make beats, but not necessarily in the early '90s.
So how
he
did
making beats?
so?
This talking about
I
producing.
mean, and I'm just asking a question. So how do the credits hurt? What song they do?
Because now we asking, how much did Puffy actually produce this song?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Because
okay,
if
okay,
if he just
okay.
got one fingerprint on it and it's a hit, are we playing this, nigga?
Right.
'Cause-
Okay. So you're
Right.
saying if you're gonna be doing it, if it's gonna be Dre, if it's gonna be Diddy, it may be something that you had your whole hand in on it.
Exactly.
Okay, I see
All
what
right,
you're saying.
I have two things before we go out. So one is, if you're wondering about Dre, whether it's produced, if it's just about producing and against Puffy,
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this. Remember, the West Coast was smashing the East Coast for a long period of time.
Long period. of
Careful.
time.
And then
Careful.
Yeah, you
long
must-
period of
Careful.
time.
Say it, say it.
But-
Long
we
period.
bet-
Long period.
Hey,
Smash-
hey,
there
hey.
was no radio. There was no radio without West Coast.
Facts.
And West Coast was slamming
But
y'all.
when
Hold
did
on.
that?
Facts.
When
Wait
did
a-
that start
Say
though?
it again, bro.
Wait, hold on. We was slamming
Man,
y'all,
let's
right?
slow down.
Nigga.
It wasn't until Puffy said,
Not until.
you know what? We got to fall in that suit. When he dropped Biggie with West Coast beats. Those wasn't East Coast
Good
beats.
point.
That
Facts.
is true.
Those were West Coast beats. And the
Great
whole
point.
Bad Boy was straight West Coast beats. So he
Great point.
followed Dre's style
Great
to
point.
make Bad Boy. So you are not
And
going
Tupac's
to beat
fashion.
the dude
Good point.
who you follow. You just not.
That's Yoda.
And then you know
I feel like you niggas is yelling at me right now. I'm from
And then-
Philly though. so
and
I'm
then-
saying,
and
you know what I'm
then-
saying? I'm so right now
and
coming
then
up next
in-
week with a gun and blazing you first, Nick, because you're talking all that shit
I'm
back
not worried
there.
about that.
And then at number two, here's number two.
Ain't
Number
nobody
two
paying
was
Hey, the
Ray J
Ray J.
Shout out to my
wanted
dog.
to put in a.
Shout out to Ray
he
J.
really wanted to put in. He wanted a bid to do a versus, right? But Swiss Beats and Timberland said, wait.
I'm like,
He
what?
he put in the bid. He wants to be in the verses. But Swiss Beats and Timberland said that their choices on who they picked, and if you look at it, it's true. Who music and style changed the music industry? T-Pain, definitely. Lil Jon, definitely.
Soulja Boy.
Teddy. Soulja Boy.
I'm not a big music
As crazy
buff
as
dude,
that
so I don't
sound, that's
know.
true.
Yeah, I'm
It changed.
just
It
saying
changed
that.
the way
You're not
we
a big
did
music
music.
I like music, but I don't really know. Like I'm a beat
When
dude.
Timberland was locking, everybody trying to do Timberland beat.
Good
When
point.
Teddy was locking, everybody trying to do
If I-
Timberland. When Swiss Beats
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
oh my
the
God,
Rough
everybody
Riders shit, yeah.
everybody was trying to do. Who changed the industry, and that's the reason why they picked those people. So when they saying Ray J, they're trying to say, well, Ray J, you didn't change.
That's not true though.
Did he change? But in
That's
what?
not
did he
true.
change?
What did he
What did he
change the
change?
music?
Listen, One Wish.
The only thing that
That's
changed-
what he's pushing
The
with.
only
He's
thing that
saying
changed
One
with Ray J
Wish.
was the station. That was it.
He's
That's the only
saying
thing that
One
changed.
Wish,
I
but
feel
they
what y'all
saying
saying.
changing
Man,
the whole style. And if even with One
Yeah, but if
Wish,
you go One
do you
Wish, that-
think
it-
Image and Immature and all of them didn't have the same
That was the
style?
same vein as Bobby Valentino and all them other
Yeah,
dudes.
it was all one.
He didn't change nothing.
No, but that's his dog. I get you.
That's
All
my
I
dog.
know
I'm still
is-
standing on One Wish, nigga. But Ray J versus Bobby Valentino.
What
nigga,
about
we
Black?
smashing.
What about Black Rob? He's one of my favorites.
Oh, I want to ask you guys. So, who would you guys want to see battle? I would love to see Jay-Z set this up on title. Beyonce and Rihanna, versus
I don't think that would ever happen, but let me see.
for the culture one time.
Yeah,
I don't know
I mean
about
it would be
that.
cool, but
For the culture.
Female
can't-
wise,
I
you know
can't-
who I want
I
to
can't
see?
That's another problem with like trying to put R. Kelly.
God.
Beyonce has stepped all areas. She's went in every area. She's tried everything
Yeah.
and mastered
You know
it.
who I was
Monster.
thinking? Candy.
Huh?
Candy
Bird?
first. Yeah.
For what?
Against who?
Against
Because
who?
she,
Oh,
well,
she's a
I'm
writer,
not
yeah,
really
yeah.
sure who, but she's got a lot of music.
She has stuff that she's written,
And she's cross genres.
but it's probably one album worth to 10 albums.
Was she
that
one
be-
of? Is she one of the real husbands? Real women?
Yeah, one of them Real
he said
Housewives.
she want a real woman.
She's a real husband.
She's a real husband.
Oh, she was a writer. I didn't. I don't know. I really don't know.
She
like-
wrote.
Oh.
She wrote Bills
Okay.
for
Oh,
Beyonce now.
yeah,
That's a smacker.
She wrote what
Dang, she had to get a big
she
check
got
off
like
of
she
that.
yeah she
Still
because
getting it.
her oldest daughter, well, her daughter father was he was the producer, she was the writer, and so they wrote at that time as a team. They wrote like shit, all of those
Beyonce songs?
Beyonce
It's a shame, R. Kelly's in the position he's in because it would be good.
but
have
nobody
him
nobody
in,
can
but-
nobody
Can't
it wouldn't be
nobody
Nobody
rock with
can
Tail.
really-
Can't
It wouldn't be
nobody rock
nobody
with
like
Tails.
you.
They can't. Now
Can't
Kid Kelly.
rock,
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
rock.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause he
Yeah.
went in every
That I
direction.
do know.
Yeah, that's
He
Now
went
he
in every
went,
direction.
and he crossed all.
He's the best to do
borders.
it. He's
My
the best
my
to ever
pops
do it.
had a DVD of R. Kelly live concert.
Oh,
He could play this shit from the morning
you
to
could.
literally when the sun went
You
down.
could.
And
You
it's just
could.
R. Kelly, nigga, just
songs.
If
all
you
day.
go to an R. Kelly
smacking
concert,
all day.
he'll run through 25 songs, and you still people walking out there going,
Damn,
man, he didn't pay my face.
Yeah, he ain't play booty.
Well,
He didn't
Damn,
pay
he
my
didn't
face.
play that.
I felt like that at the Beyonce concert. But with
She got that many hits.
with
Shout out to Beyonce, shit.
with
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she didn't sing this one, but Babyface
How you doing,
and
Jay-Z?
Teddy. I felt like when they were done, I was like, oh, I want more.
You know what else
And
I'm
they
on?
could have kept going.
You know what
They
else I'm
had
gonna say
more.
on yours?
What?
Babyface went real light on him.
He did,
He
because
did
I was like,
one
he didn't
song
play
from
this one. He
Boyz
played
II
that one.
Men.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did none from Mariah. He did none from Whitney. He did none from Celine Dion.
Wow.
He did. Look, 3 of the songs out of the
I didn't like that they did 2 artists. Like
3
you
of the
could've
songs out of the
switched
first
it
10
up.
they did was 3 he did, bro. 3 he sang. One of his brothers.
He did
2
of
Tevin
Tony's,
Campbell.
Oh damn.
2 Teddy.
Oh, so
2
they were
Tony
singing
Braxton.
other
No,
people's
one
music
Tony.
too?
I thought
Love
he
should have
did
brought
two.
you on. No, the other one was Karen
Oh.
White.
I thought he did 2 Tony.
No,
Braxton.
love should have brought you home, and then he did Karen White. Like he did stuff that didn't even he didn't even come hard on.
Yeah,
Right.
he really did.
He didn't even come hard on.
He probably sent him a text. Look, nigga, you ain't got it together with this. so
No,
I'm
but
gonna-
in fairness, here's the thing though. In fair, like Teddy with his club music, like all his stuff, it was like, yeah, they were good hits.
Let me tell you what the difference was. And Teddy's Babyface said this years ago when Teddy was cracking and on top.
right.
He said, Teddy, the difference between Teddy and us is when Teddy does the music, it's bumping already.
Yeah.
It's ready for the club right then and there. Then he got to write a song to it. He said, we write the song,
Then
then
put the
make the
music-
music, then make the music happen.
To make sure that the
He
words.
said Teddy's
stand-
music
stand
be
out. Right.
popping right off the bat.
But
like
the-
it
but
don't
the lyrics-
need no words.
Right, but the lyrics
'cause
may not
that's how he
But what's more
musically
But
is.
what's more, and you know this, I mean, obviously better than me. What's more powerful though, having the lyrics first before you do the music,
It
or
depends on it depends on where you at.
Yeah,
If
they go
you in
hand
the
in
club, if you in the club, Teddy gonna bang
Yeah,
all day long.
yeah, you-
But if you driving down
the coast,
101 down the
PCH
coast,
with your girl,
look, you listening to lyrics.
Yeah, yeah.
You listen to that delivery.
Looking at the
It's-
ocean.
It's the difference between listening to a book on auto book, or reading it.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, did you watch the Prince tribute?
I didn't
Was
get
it
to
last
see
night or 2
that.
nights ago?
It was the two.
What the hell? You didn't watch it
3
either?
nights ago.
I told
watch
you,
it?
I'm not the
Did
biggest
you watch
music
it?
guy.
Yes.
If I want to have a Prince
Listen,
tribute,
I-
I'm gonna go through my personal collection. I'm gonna play exactly what I want to play because I don't want to see nobody trying to fuck up what he didn't did.
Okay.
Who did the
so,
tribute? Who did it?
All the artists.
You were there.
Okay. It was. I think it was Miguel.
Oh yeah, Miguel always.
Miguel Nunez?
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
I.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just know.
No, Miguel. He don't know.
D,
Miguel the
crawl
singer.
back under that rock.
Okay, my
Yeah.
fault, man. You said Miguel. That's the only Miguel I
Yeah.
know.
Go back.
You
to
I
should-
mean, they had big names. It was Miguel. It was John Legend.
I heard it was good.
No. Okay. Well,
The weekend.
it was good, but the weekend I didn't see him. But my issue is
What?
there are certain artists that you cannot. I mean, I know they do it.
Duplicate?
No, you can't. And I feel like when you come on a tribute and you want to do your own rendition of the song, and it's the first time we've heard it, I'm not feeling it.
Let me ask you this.
I feel like you need to sing it the way Prince sang it, at least.
Let me ask you this question on that point. Would you rather, that's going to sound crazy, would you rather have like a Vegas impersonator who really sound like the person and you see them do it? Is that more attractive to you than to have a big name artist like a Beyonce or somebody?
Yes, and then they fuck up the song. Yeah,
I was just wondering.
Let me tell you this. Impersonators who really study the person, man.
Would you rather? But I'm asking. I'm saying, would you rather see them blue? Or
I love to see them because they are completely channeling.
And they dedicated to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to somebody getting up to tell me, well, you know,
And
I know it was a hit for them, but
no.
I want to put my own spin on it. Fuck your spin.
No. And not to take from the talent from them at all, because I do like all the artists that came on there. Oh, I think she was good. Her song, she did 2 songs. They were good. But John Legend did a completely different version. Miguel was doing all this movement and some shit and changed it up. So they're all good talent in their own way. Yeah. I just didn't appreciate that there was a whole new version of the song while you're just trying to enjoy the fact that it's Prince's music, but yet I'm hearing it in a whole new way. That, to me, I didn't like that at all.
So, yeah.
I want to ask you music people something, because this is something interesting to me. Do you think, are you guys more impressed with most people being solo now? Like, I still like the group type of thing. You know what I mean? From the Whispers. I'm just using them as a name. But I'm saying, are you guys more impressed? Yeah, but I'm saying, are you guys more impressed with singles, like people that go solo now, or would you rather see groups? Which one is it? Like Boys to Men, you know.
I want to see good talent.
I want to see good talent.
No. It ain't about, they're all talented, but I'm just asking you. Would you rather see it solo?
I don't have a rather.
So what? So you're asking me, would I rather see a group stay together, or would I rather see the most talented person in the group step away and have a solo career?
No. Everybody you guys have been mentioning so far have been solo. Outside of, even Teddy Riley was a guy, but I'm saying most of them have been.
Beyonce was Destiny's Child.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying, would you rather, after like listening to, because we talk about now people singing other people's music, and most of those are individuals, would you rather see groups, or would you rather see an individual person kind of blossom when you're doing other people's music?
I don't have a preference.
I don't have a preference either, because I want to see the energy.
Right.
Yep.
Whatever the energy was that made it for me,
right,
that's what I want to see.
Okay.
I'll say this. It is hard to duplicate even yourself. When Prince left Warner Brothers and he went under the symbol, that was because they were controlling his masters. He decided, shoot, I'm Prince. I'll just redo all these records. Recut them. They can keep those. And he went in there to recut them. He's like, this shit is harder than what I thought. Because there's a moment when you're in the studio, there's a moment when you're writing, you have to not just reduplicate the vocal, but you got to reduplicate the emotion, the energy, what was going on at the time. You know, that's why a lot of the old school who used to get high,
but that's why
I don't know what I was the harmonies and everything were
why would
all
they get
over
high?
the place.
What?
When they were getting high back in the day.
But you know what? But you know what, though, Blue? That's a great point. That's why I don't like to go to concerts, because when I go to the concert, it never sounds like the album or the record.
Well,
not all of them. You like Speedy. Speedy, his thing is, he likes to go to a concert and hear the record the way it was.
Yes.
Now, with me, if you want to hear the record, go home and play it. I want to hear you do it, but I also want to hear a different kind of rendition of it, or I want to hear a horn in there, or hear the keys on it. I want to hear something more.
But most people got their Blue,
So, Blue,
because of
right,
the
but why
song.
do I want to pay
Blue.
Why I want to pay $200 for some seats?
That's exactly
to hear
why
what
I
I
love to
could
see
hear in
Janet
my
Jackson.
living room for free.
So when you perform
what part of the
Blue
house is your
live,
living room?
Living room.
when you perform live, Blue, do you sing it
Hell no.
like it is on the track or
Hell
no?
No, I tried.
So-
Never.
I'm only asking.
I'm like, what
for the
song
chat
is this?
room.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, did he write the song?
Jesus.
Never.
He's
Now-
talking.
Now,
I'm talking
I'm
to him,
done,
yeah.
honestly.
No. We
I
ain't be
can
yelling at
get
Danny Green
my
all
thoughts
motherfucking
the
night
fuck
when
out.
somebody else was hold up now.
Yell at somebody.
He was the one talking.
I don't. There are songs that I just sent to Dave. I'm about to release live in
You need to
Portland.
go home. Yeah, send her
live
home,
in
man.
Portland and radio, live on the radio in Portland.
Oh.
I did 5 of the songs: "Food for Love," "Standing Ovation," "Paint Your Body Blue," "Let Me Go Then," "No More Friends." I did them live with a three-piece band and 2 background singers live, and I just mastered it. I'm gonna put that out as more content.
So,
And it
Dope.
came out really. It sounded like the record.
Right.
well,
Like I'm shocked. Yeah.
and the reason I was asking you is because I heard your record before meeting you,
Right.
and then I heard you live like a year later,
Yeah, okay.
and I thought it was amazing. So
Oh.
that's why I was asking you, like, okay, so are you intentionally changing or switching it up? Because I'm one of those that when I like and fall in love with a song and I hear the artist, it's got to be really good for me to enjoy the different version
You know
of
what?
that
I
song.
tried to. So the show that you saw, I tried to stay in the same line
Mm-hmm.
and then give you the first verse, second verse, hook, and then I went off.
You know what show messed
That's
me up?
what I tried to do.
You know what? I went live. I'm gonna tell you why I probably like that now. I remember. I went to go see Lauryn Hill live,
Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Oh,
You ain't-
but
you
she,
never gonna get the same
but
thing with Lauryn.
she did
But she
not
dope.
sing.
I don't care.
Okay, whether you care or not, I had an issue with she didn't finish. I don't like when they don't even finish the song. They go sing 2 or 3, whatever you got, hooks or whatever, and then they.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Good. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
And I don't sing, of course, you know what I mean.
No,
But
you-
I do paint, draw, stuff like that.
Right.
One of the worst things I've ever experienced is a nigga standing over my shoulder talking about what I should do with my paintbrush.
Okay.
So I'm like, look here, nigga.
Okay. Now let
If
me.
that's how, hold on. I'm like,
that's a
if
good
that's
argument.
how
That's-
you feel,
Yeah.
get you a paintbrush and a canvas,
Okay.
nigga.
Yeah.
Well,
And
guess
then-
what?
So all I'm saying is
No,
this.
but the difference of that is, if the person's over his shoulder, if he's also paying you,
It doesn't
then that's
matter.
different.
No,
yeah.
no, it doesn't
So
matter
that's different.
because-
I'm not saying what she should do. I'm telling you why I don't like
Let me
to
ask you
go
a question.
to.
When you went to see Lauryn Hill,
Yeah.
did she say, "I'm singing these songs"? You went to see Lauryn Hill for her talents. Now, what if she wouldn't have sang none of them songs?
Let me tell you something. I went to go see Teddy Riley and Guy. I went to go see them in Vegas.
Okay.
Aaron Hall left me tickets, and let me tell you, every song they sang,
Name dropping.
that is my guy though. But every song though, Blue, they sound like the album. Like the crowd was. I'm just saying it doesn't sound like. That's what I'm saying. Whether you sing 3 or 4 songs, that's why, like I told you earlier,
It's
with
just
rap
simple.
music.
But look,
The fact- go ahead.
there's some live shows,
Yeah.
album recordings that don't sound nothing like the record that are off the chain.
Yeah.
Luther, like live
But
live
that's
version.
because they're amazing artists. And
They're
that's
amazing
my
artists.
point is
There you go.
everyone
There
can't
you
do
go.
that. But those who can,
Yes.
Maria,
yes.
don't you want to see the artist perform more than hear the song? I would assume that's why you're paying to go to the concert.
Yeah. You want them to see him kick
I
that
want the
leg. You
whole
couldn't see that
package.
Okay, I
kick
got
that
you.
leg
I
on
want
the
the
album.
whole package.
I want the thank you.
Like-
No,
like
unless someone is painting over your shoulder, then they get
Well, no, but this is what I'm saying though. If that's their package though.
Well, some people can't perform. They sit in front of the stage.
Okay,
and
right,
sing.
right, right.
Okay,
And,
no,
you know,
how about
And
this then?
critique.
How about this then?
Yes.
We're rappers. It's the
Right.
same thing.
Right.
I'll hear a rap song on the radio or on whenever I play it, and then you go see it in person, and they're only singing 2 or 3 hooks, and then they go. I mean, to me, I want to hear the whole song.
You know what? Oh, this is a good point. So you know how the DJs are all going on IG Live, and I've told you this. I'm
Right,
like, if
right.
I see another fucking notification of somebody going live on IG.
Right.
But anyway, so Dougie Fresh just started going live. And
okay.
he has a DJ in the background, and he's just like dancing and kind of singing along with music. It's not just his music; it's all
Okay.
music.
Okay.
But when he was performing and singing,
Okay.
his numbers like went through the roof. But I think he's a good. I like his music. So my point is with that is I think if you're a good performer, a good artist, and someone likes you, I think they want to see you do that. Trying to imitate someone and you kind of make it your own can be an epic fail
Okay.
if you can't master it. Is my point.
You just made
That's
something.
true.
Okay, but
Okay.
what about, because to Nick's point,
used to be.
Right.
Charlie Wilson can give you Charlie Wilson. He's
Oh,
the,
you know who else can?
He's the only person that I think that is.
Brian McKnight. I was actually at a
Brian
hotel,
McKnight
and I
can
was like,
give you
"Oh,
that
that
record.
music sounds real good
Oh,
on
he
the
can give you that
speakers."
record.
And then I was like, "That's real crystal clear," and it was really him
What's
singing.
the other guy? The brother with the beard and those with the white hair.
Oh, Frankie
Frankie
can't
Beverly, right? So
Frankie can't give it to you like that no more.
well, he can't give it to you no more like that. 'cause
But you still get the record.
But before, when he was giving it to you,
Yeah.
you felt like he was giving you the
He was
whole.
giving you the record.
And that's all I'm saying. When I
And-
go,
and
No,
the
but I'm
flip
saying
it-
that's the two different artists.
Yeah.
One,
Exactly.
that's two different patrons. You're a patron that when you go and buy your tickets,
Right.
you want to hear that record that
Right.
you fell in love with live.
right.
Then there's the patron who wants to see the entertainer
And the performance.
and their performance. If they singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb," man, that was the coldest "Mary Little Lamb" I ever heard. You don't want to hear "Mary Little Lamb."
So listen, Prince.
It's
I
like
think.
It's like Anita Baker.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you go
yeah,
to an
yeah.
Anita Baker show, does Anita Baker have to do any song that I've ever heard? No, because that woman can sing the phone book to me and I'd be fine.
I haven't seen her. I want to see her live.
It's ridiculous.
Now I saw her, that was the first ticket real ticket I ever paid for. I paid $200 for my seats.
For who?
Anita Baker.
Okay.
Baker.
Caught Up in the Rapture at the Greek, and
Exactly.
Hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this
it was a
question.
record.
Here go
and,
question.
And had the sisters, the
Perry
Clark sisters.
No, Perry sisters.
No, she had the Clark sisters when I went.
Okay.
Yeah,
Didn't they
the
just
Clark
do a
sisters.
documentary on them?
Name drop.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you watch
yeah.
that?
Huh?
Did you watch that?
I'm getting kind of personal about what I do at my home.
I mean, maybe we can talk about that next
I'm
week.
just saying, yeah, well, maybe so. Let me ask you
Maybe.
one last. Let me ask you all a question. What was your first concert?
Janet Jackson.
Jackson's Dodger Stadium, I want to say 81, I believe.
Okay, mine was 82, and you know who it was?
Lou Ross.
No, ain't that a bitch.
Ain't
that bitch.
Say it.
Even though I would have went to go see him.
Who?
Time, Vanity, and Prince.
Oh.
And I saw him in
That's a show.
Hartford, Connecticut.
That's a show.
Yep, Rhode Island. No, it was in Rhode Island. Yep, I saw that shit. Man, my brother took me there. I
They
didn't
were
know what
good
I was.
on that. They performed.
Yeah, because that's,
Time, right, yeah.
that's on two different sides of the planet. I mean, it's
What?
on the same coast, but still on East
Who?
Coast. Because Connecticut over here and going towards Boston.
No,
and
no,
then
that's
you
just
went
above
Rhode
each other.
Island, right?
No, that's right above each other. You got
On
Massachusetts
East Coast, yeah.
on the East Coast.
You Rhode Island, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I
thought you
lived
said
out
Long
there.
Island, my bad.
No.
He thought you said Fantasy Island.
Oh yeah. The plane.
Cold Island.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say we went a little longer, and we got to
Yes.
get our girl out of here. Plus, we
Hey.
Yes.
Don't mention where she got to go. Just close the show out.
Oh,
You've
okay.
said that enough through the show.
I just want to make sure
Like,
that you
we
know
got
I
the
know.
point.
Since you got so erratic and mean to me over that. So I want to make sure that everybody knows not to say she got to go. So go
Well,
ahead,
if they
Blue.
didn't catch it the first 5 times, they caught it now.
Well, catch it now again. Don't say anything about where she got to go. Go ahead.
So, if this was a group, we would definitely break up. Jody Wiley and Howard Hewitt over here.
Hey, just a bit.
We'll definitely have problems.
There would
But
not be a second time around for this Shalimar. That's for damn
we'll see you next Thursday. We can't wait until this COVID is over.
Man.
But please, until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home until they tell you can come on out and play.
And don't spend your check.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Out of the Blue show. My name is Blue Mitchell, D Green, Maria, and Big Dave.
Big
Take
Dave.
care
And
of
my
those that
man,
take care of you
Nick
and stay your
Shabazz.
ass in the house.
Nick,
Welcome,
the producer, Shabazz.
To the #1 show that you will hear anywhere in this country or any other continent in the world. You're listening to Out of the Blue, starring Blue Mitchell, Maria,
Hey, it's your girl, Maria.
and your boy Danny Green.
D Green.
Yeah. push-ups, pull-ups, or anything physical other than you, baby. I can get my muscles pumped up, oh, my muscles pumped up with you, baby. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. Can I work out with you? Can I work out with you? That's all I wanna do. I don't wanna sweat at all unless it's you and me getting it on. And we can physically fit together. Can we sweat from the morning to the